All right, I think we're live on all platforms here on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. All right, let's go. I think we're live on all platforms here, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, if you're on Facebook and you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to join us on TikTok at the Beer Palo Podcast, and we can bring you up and have this conversation. If you're on YouTube, same thing. You want to join the conversation, feel free to request on TikTok at the Beer Palo Podcast. All right, let's see what we have here. Blue Mound and Mr. Sammy. Thank you guys for joining. All right, if you're here, please feel free to like and share. Feel free to like and share, and let's get the show started. Let's get the show started. If you're here, please feel free to like and share. Let's get this show started. Let me see Facebook, what's going on there. All right. Yeah, it's crazy. With all the hype going on with the ADC, you would think this the Abuja elections that went on Saturday, you'd think that would be a testing ground, and it would have been nice if they won at least one, just like the PDP, right? The PDP won at least one, and we saw APC winning 5 seats on there. Some people might argue that it's just the councilor election. Let's wait for the big one, the presidency or whatever it is, right? Yeah, but people can use this to kind of start making assumptions, right? And you can't blame anybody who's making assumptions on or based off of what they see right now. But anyway, if you would like to talk about this topic, let's go. Feel free to like, share, and while you're here, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. YouTube, if you'd like to talk about this, feel free to join on TikTok at the Beer Palo Podcast, same as Facebook. Feel free to join on TikTok at the Beer Palo Podcast. And we have a show. But anyway, I don't know. I think a lot of ADC supporters at this point, they would be a little bit, discouraged, right? And it's normal to feel that way, right? When there's a lot of high hopes. And I even heard that the ADC didn't even have like polling unit agents on that day. Like, I honestly don't know what's going on, man. And a lot of people would come out and say, they don't have structure. It's fair to have that or to make those arguments. When you see them behaving like rookies, And these are people who are in politics. Peter Obi, even though you cannot say he's a career politician. However, he is a politician. He knows how this thing goes. So for you to hear, again, I don't know if it's true, but for you to be hearing news that they didn't have any polling unit agents, it doesn't tell well of the party, in my opinion. It just doesn't tell well of the party. But anyway, while you guys are here, please feel free to like the live and share the live if you can. And on Facebook, look, I greet you, Jare, from Facebook. I greet you, Dalo. I greet you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, today in Niger politics, where they talk about no leave Biafra people small. Those who they are wild too much. No be small. No go lie for you. Yeah, shout out to Ijele, man. Ijele is doing God's work in Imo State right now. More grease to his elbows. And any way you can support Ijele, please feel free, reach out to him and support him any way you can, because the work when they do there, not only should they say that posterity go tell, because we've left these ignorant miscreants to represent the Igbo for the longest time. And because of all these emotions where we get on Biafra, every other person who is not Igbo has seen all Igbo people to represent the same thing that these miscreants represent. But thankfully, Ijele has taken it on himself to do God's work. So shout out to Ijele. But anyway, talking about the APC and the ADC today, and even the PDP even won one seat, right? They won a seat. At least they won a seat. Yeah, so make we give IPOB people small break, my brother Andoka. I tell you, Jare, those people, they're wild and no be here. And Gloria Ozochukwu, thank you for joining, Jare. I greet you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, if you guys would want to join the conversation from Facebook, if you want to be on the panel and have this conversation, you'd have to come to Twitter, you'd have to come to TikTok and request, and at the Bia Palo podcast, that's how you'd be able to request on TikTok, and we can bring you up and have the conversation. But today no be IPOB day, yeah? Maybe tomorrow. Those people, they stress me, I don't go lie for you, so sometimes I just take a break from them and talk about other issues, because Nigeria issue not finish anyway, so, But anyway, the ADC supporters, and it's sad that in 2026, again, we are now dealing with the same thing. They don't get structure. I would think that quote or mantra or that phrase would have died down by now. But sadly, it's still there. It's still lingering. It just goes to show that the ADC is not doing they're not doing the best job. Let me put it that way. They're not doing the best job. They could do better, but they are not doing the best job. Excuse me. 2023, we kept hearing, no structure. Now we're in 2026. We're still dealing with that. No structure. A whole lot of well-meaning Nigerians, people that want to see the power change from the establishment or established politicians like the Tinubu them, people that want to see that change. They're the ones, for the most part, who are supporting the ADC or P2B, if I may. But they know they give people courage. I know we even lie. They're not giving people courage to support them how they would want to support them. It's sad. I mean, you can say Wike was brutal. Wike did this. Wike did not do that. Wike did the other one. He did not do the other one. You can say all of that, but where was what's his name? Where was P2B? Where was the other one? El-Rufai he's dealing with some issues now. Where was Atiku? Where was Amechi? Where were all these people when Wike was doing what he was doing? Why were they not on ground there supporting their own people? They saying, come out, Wike no go do anything. Come out and vote. Don't mind Wike, pushing back to Wike. But when you allow him, he's the only voice that everybody's hearing. Then, how can you be mad when at the end of the day, five APC people win 5 seats or 5 out of 6? You can't be mad at that, right? You can't be mad at that. You know, that politics, they say, is Shana grassroots, have you heard the speaker? Is local. Yeah. Gloria, I agree with you. I've heard it a lot of times. Yeah, Gloria, I agree with you. ADC had no party agents but had many protesters. What are you protesting when the party agents are the people who are going to be there on ground that day, counting the votes, or looking at the thing, reporting, doing what the party agents are supposed to do? You know, I didn't follow the election that much, but like in depth. But I've heard that I've heard it a lot that, you know, they didn't have a lot of party agents. You know, or not even a lot. They didn't have any. If not a lot, if better, at least they get one or two, right? If not a lot, if better, you know. But it's sad that in 2026 we're still dealing with that. You know, I know they give shishi. It's a good slogan. I know they give shishi. It's a good slogan. Don't get me wrong, but when that slogan is not translating to votes, then it might not be the best. You need to reconfigure it. And we can't even just sit here and blame only Peter Obi, like hold only Peter Obi responsible for the loss, right? We can't sit here and do that. That wouldn't be fair because nobody only am the party. You know, and he's doing his bit, he's doing his own. They do what if he do. Like when Randy Peters was in Abuja protesting the electoral reform thing, Peter Obi was the first person from the opposition that came to protest with the people. So he's doing his own. Before Amechi come, show face, go, this and in article, show, you know, all that stuff, right? They're not acting like oppositions at all. Like it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad. But anyway, if you would like to join the conversation, feel free to request and let's talk about it. Yeah, 2026 election. The next year don't they reach? Share is not February or so. The next year, you don't they reach like this. You don't they reach like this. And we're still dealing with no structure. It's a shame. It's a shame. We understand, say the structure, not the people. We understand that the structure is the people. Let's keep liking, by the way. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes and then we'll start this conversation. Let's get to 1,000 likes so we can get more people here to join the conversation. If you're here, please feel free to like and share. Mofi C, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Isaac Niger says, some of us have been saying for some time that Obi is not as popular on ground as he is on TikTok. I don't know anyway. I know is he popular on TikTok? I've not been to Twitter lately anyway, so I can't even. In the last election, Twitter wasn't been there very popular, but I don't know if he's very popular on TikTok either. But it's sad. It's really sad. I mean, we started saying the same things that they were saying last time. They've come back again to haunt him. Why haven't they made amends? And you know, again, let's not put all this thing on Obi. We will not put everything on Obi because he's not the only one he's not the only one in the party. Isaac, thank you for the rose. You know, he's not the only one in the party, right? Amechi did there. Tambuwal did there. Who else did there? Erufai is going through what he's going through. Atiku is there. Atiku is there as well. So we can't just put everything on Obi alone. We can't put everything on him alone. But he's doing his bit. He's doing his part. But again, it still falls back to when people were saying, or people are still saying, why didn't he, try to fix the problem in the LP? Why didn't he fix the problem in the LP? Still goes back to say that why didn't he fix the problem in the LP? If he had fixed the problem in the LP, at least he would have 100% control of the party, right? But now he has to take orders, I guess, or he has to wait for the decision makers. And yeah, we hit 1,000 likes. Let's keep liking, and hopefully we can get more people here to join the conversation. Yeah, if he had fixed the problem, and some people would argue that the problem was not fixable. I don't know. I know be politician. I know be I know be OB. I know be anything. I'm just a spectator. I'm just a spectator, pretty much. So, I can't really say. Etan Lag, thank you for joining, Jerry. Say we can because he didn't learn. LP had a few polling agents. Same with ADC. It's crazy, When you form a party, the next thing, no be to start they find polling agents. No be to start they find polling agents. Wouldn't that be the next thing to start finding polling agents? Let's keep liking and hit 2 likes and 2K likes. Once we hit 2K likes, we get the show started. We have a guest here. I'm gonna bring you up, but we'll just wait a little bit until we hit 2K likes so that we can get the show started. Yeah, well, thank you for joining. But please mute yourself. Let's just try to hit 2K likes so we can get more people here to join the show, and then we'll get started from there. Let's keep liking. Keep liking and sharing if you can. Share if you can, please. Thank you. We had 1,500 likes on TikTok. Let's keep liking and sharing on Facebook. People also, please like and share. YouTube, please like and share. Let's get to 2K likes on TikTok and we have a show. We're almost there. We're almost there. We are almost there. Let's get to 2K likes and then we have a show. We get started for the day. All right, Etan Lag, thank you for joining. I'll go mute you for the moment. Let's get to 2K likes. We're at 1,900 likes. We'll be at 2K in a minute. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Yep. All right, we hit 2K likes. All right, I'll keep to my word. Obi is the most popular face of the opposition. If the opposition does well, he receives the praise. Yeah, fair enough. Dan Sarkin says Obi should have fixed LP. I think a lot of people will have that same sentiment, and some people would also argue that there was no way for him to fix the party. But in my opinion, too, if I find a way to fix him more, I tell you, if I find a way to fix him, because if he had done that, then he would have 100% control of that party, and all these issues no go just there. And Dan Sarkin says Oti Fubara and Adeleke could have been 3 governors. Absolutely. But anyway, we have a show. Let's pause the music for now and get started with the show. All right, Mr. Ade, thank you for joining. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic. And let's keep liking, by the way, so we can get to 10K likes. Hopefully, we get more people here to join the conversation.
I'm only passing by and I came across your show and I see that there's a very good topic you're talking about APC win 5 out of 6 in Abuja and ADC none. Yes. The advice for the ADC party, number 1, all those protesting, shouting Abuja, they should convert the party.
Your voice is breaking, Mr. Ade. Your voice is breaking. Mr. Ade, your voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, yeah.
How come my voice is breaking? So what I'm saying is, all those guys protesting in Abuja there, my advice for them is to convert themselves to be party agents rather than protesting, making noise in the street of Abuja. They should go and convert themselves to be party agents. That is one thing they need to start doing now. It's not about coming to go and be making noise everywhere or shouting on social media. Convert yourself to be party agent. Know how to mobilize people to come out and vote. Secondly, which is very key important, Abuja is not a no man's land. Abuja belongs to some people, right? You can't go there and go and start feeding non-indigenous in another man's land, expecting the result. It will not happen.
When
Even APC,
one second, you say you can't go there and start feeding. What do you mean feeding?
they feed non-indigenous in all their posts there, in all those chairman and the councillorship. That's what ADC did,
Feed.
which is very, very bad.
Feed doesn't give them food. Is that what you're saying? Food?
No. They're like feed, like what I'm saying.
Candidates that represent
all their candidates are non-indigenous.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Field. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Which is totally bad for the ADC. Even the APC too. Gwagwalada is a stronghold of APC. They lost it because APC feel a non-indigenous candidate, and Abuja people anger and voted that APC out. They give it to PDP. I get it. So ADC need to learn that.
Who are the people? Do you know the people that ADC fielded?
ADC, they are all non-indigenous. Go and check their names.
No, yeah, do you know them?
The guy in Amak is from Benue.
He's from Benue. The vice
Mofix, I beg, make we know the get rowdy session. Make we hear Mr. Ade finish, then we'll get to you in a moment. 1 second, please. All right, let me look at that real quick. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even know that fact. Okay, that's a good one.
So that's what really the Abuja people is anger vote. Even APC that feel the one that lost in Gwagwalada is not indigenous, and indigenous was very angry. That's why they give it to the PDP. So it's a lesson for the other party to learn. Abuja is not Abuja is some people land. Some people own that place. So ADC and other parties should stop disrespecting the indigenous. It's a lesson there for them, which is very good. So that is advantages of APC. APC really, take that advantages by putting forward the indigenous. Okay. So the key one for the ADC to move on is they should go and convert themselves to be party agent. If you are making noise, shouting on social media, making noise, and on election day, you are not there to sacrifice yourself for 2 hours, 3 hours, to stay in the polling unit, mobilize people. Totally, you don't know what you are doing. But you have time to go and spend all the whole day in front of a National Assembly gate, sleeping. Some people went there with a blanket and pillow and mattress. Why can't you carry pillow and mattress on that election to go and sleep in the polling unit? For God's sake. You are shouting, read time, blah, 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 everything. You refuse. That is the key important thing for you to mount the polling unit. Go and stay there. Yeah. Convert yourself. This protester convert us to be, polling unit agent for your party. So that you can able to report what happened, so that you can able to see what happened, you can able to learn what happened, you can able to learn how they call structure. Yeah. Nigerian politics and politics of today, party structure, one election almost 70 to 80%. So that's what really part of what really play out. But the key important thing is that other party, especially ADC or Labour, they should stop disrespecting the indigenous, especially in Abuja. Fair enough. So that is my own contribution. Yeah.
Fair enough, Mr. Ade. That's a good thing to note, actually. Again, I didn't follow the election like as much as I should have, but it's definitely a good point.
Check ADC candidate. Check all their candidates. All of them are non-indigenous.
I see.
So why will you do that? Yeah. So why will you neglect the indigenous and putting people who come from outside there, from other states, to come and be govern some people locality? How can you bring somebody from Imo, somebody from Benue State, to come and be a party chairman on Gwari people in Abuja? How does that make a sense? It doesn't make it. That's a disrespect to the indigenous.
Fair enough.
This is not one Nigeria thing at all. They own that place. You come and do business there. You can't come and dominate them there.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So that's what play out again.
Fair enough.
That's what really happened. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Adil. Mr. Mofixi, make we hear your thoughts on again, I'm learning with the learn for the most part, but I guess a lot of people have learned this one as well. Me, I don't know, say, ADC go field, non-indigenous there. And that's the advantage the APC people capitalize on. But yeah, Mr. Mofixi, let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, so I they echoed some of my thoughts there, you know, and I'll just add that you see the thing is, what this tells me is, do the work and you get the results. You know, if you go on Twitter, they're already saying, "Oh, APC rigged the election." So the PDP person who won, did they rig? You know, and if it takes my mind back to 2023 as well,
Yeah.
when they say, "Oh, APC rigged the election." But in Lagos State, Etiosa local government, it was an unknown. I voted Banky W in that election. It was an unknown person who won the election. So did
Yep.
that person rig the election? So when things doesn't go our way, we'll look for excuses to say, oh, foul play and all of that. But the truth is, if you do the work, you'll get the result.
Absolutely.
They say, what's it called? Repetition is the law of deep and lasting impression. You can't be doing the same thing and expect a different result.
Yep.
For somebody who has been a seasoned politician, now I'm not even talking about the politicians who are contesting elections. I'm saying the participators, the grassroots people or the mobilization force, right?
Yeah.
Those guys are seasoned politicians. They know how to mobilize people to go and vote for election. So for
Which
instance,
people are you
let's say
referring
want
to?
go and I'm saying the grassroots people. I'm not saying the politicians
Oh,
themselves.
okay.
Yeah, that's their workforce. I'm referring now to the workforce.
Yeah.
You know, they know. So let's take a party agent in Gwagwalada, for instance.
Yep.
He knows how to mobilize the people in Gwagwalada to say, no, election day, oh yeah, let's go out. Oh yeah, let's go, we're going to vote. Do you get? Because he has done it for years. He has that formula already, right? And so it is with other states and other local governments and what have you. But you see, with the obedient movement, you know, they have that he has that organic following, but they've not been able to master the arts of electioneering. So yes, the passion is there. We want Obi to win, but you have not put it into practice. You started with, I think, was it 2019? Obi started with Atiku, but you know, then he just gained a bit of fame. But 2023 was when he really, you know, had that national appeal where everybody was like, Obi, 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 Obi. Capitalize on that and, you know, build the structure that you don't have. It should have done that with Labour Party, because Labour Party, they've been contesting elections for years as well. So they have a bit of a structure.
Yep.
So he should have used that organic following that he had with an existing structure, build from there. Because the truth is, you can't just you can't be a 4-year-old party and say you want to win a national election. It's impossible. Nowhere in the world can you achieve that except you pray and fast.
Fair
and
enough,
then maybe take guns.
but you know, the ADC is not just Obi that is in the ADC, right? There is Atiku there. There is who is pretty much the top guy there. There is Obi. There is Amechi. There is Erufai, but we know Erufai is dealing with some things. There is Tambuwal. There are a lot of other people there, right? But you know, we always want to hold only Obi. Obi is doing his bit, in my opinion. He's doing what he can. You know, if he do everything, you know. You know, if you do everything.
So I'll tell you this. You see, the thing is, yes, you've mentioned all of these people. Atiku, Tambuwal, just left PDP. El Rufai, what's his name? Amechi, just left APC. It's now up to 6 months they left APC. Obi just left Labour Party. So these guys, they've left their parties with existing structure.
Yep.
To a new party. ADC is not a new party per se.
Yeah.
But APC does not have any, they don't have any structure. So they've left their structure behind, and then which is why if you go on Twitter, the obedient wing and the articulate wing, they are fighting themselves. Oh, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. And what I said is, you see, a dog owned by multiple people will die of hunger. Because everybody's waiting for who will feed the dog. And that's what happened to ADC. Oh, nobody wants to mobilize the agents there.
Yep.
Or, you know, Obi is waiting for Atiku to bring money. Atiku is waiting for Obi to bring money. And that's why they have agents. But if Atiku knew that, okay, come on, this thing, I have vested interest here. the same way he would mobilize for all these elections he's done in the past. He will bring out money and do all of those things.
Yep.
Atiku is a seasoned politician now.
Yep.
But okay, Obi Shebu now they talk say Obi or nothing. Well, let's see how you do it now.
Yeah.
Obi too is saying, okay, no, we have this thing. We're not a give shishi. Our people are dedicated, they are loyal to the cause. We'll go and do it. But the truth is you have to mobilize people.
Absolutely.
How can in this small election, you don't have agents at the polling unit?
It's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And me, you don't have to disclose who you support, or who you prefer. My preferred candidate is Obi, but it's definitely not a good look. Definitely not a good look. But anyway, Mr. Mofixi, thank you. We could circle back to you, but let's hear Mr. Itanlag. Let's hear his opinion and thoughts on this topic. Okay, Itanlag, thank you for joining.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, Jale, I greet you, Jale. Jale, well, thank you for joining as well. Appreciate you. Yes, Itanlag, we can hear you.
Yes, I think with this election, we're not really addressing the root cause. And I agree that it's unfair to, pick Peter Obi as, the issue. But at the same time, he didn't learn from his past mistakes. And that says a lot about, a leader.
Yep.
This issue, and I think I mentioned it the other day, it's unheard of. How can you not possibly have polling agents, right?
Yeah.
Because this is the main reason why you couldn't fight your case when you lost the last election.
Yep.
And when people talk about this electronic transmission, I think people are just playing on emotions. If you have your polling agents and they all signed up from ECA and you have your collation centers, then you have something to back it up. If they cheat, now they may cheat and change a few numbers here and there, but if you have yours, which is what they didn't have, when they went to court, you will have something to stand on to say, okay, they cheated here, the numbers are different, they uploaded this, blah, blah, blah. They didn't have it. They were just using emotions. That's why when people are shouting mandatory electronic transmission, we're just fighting the wrong battles. Whether mandatory or not, if you have your polling agent, you have something to stand on. So
yeah, but go bad too to get that mandatory electronic transmission.
Okay, fine. But the thing is, if they can forge or rig hard copies, why wouldn't they be able to rig electronic? If you cannot back up hard copies, what's the point of electronic transmission?
Fair enough.
Because if you're saying somebody cheated, your agent signed it, they had their own numbers, you went to your, what do you call that center? Whatever they call that center stuff, APC and ADC centers, where they collect their own results. I forget that name, what they call that stuff. But if you have it, how can they claim that, okay, you scored 200 votes in this center, your agent saw 200 and...
You mean polling units? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the polling unit, right? Yeah, because all the agents are supposed to sign now, and they'll take it back. And they'll collect all the different,
collation center. Yeah, collation center, yeah.
Compare with what
Jelle, thank you.
INEC has.
Yep.
And then that way you will know if they cheated or rigged it, but you don't have these agents, but you somehow expect that just because of this momentum that you have, that you be, have this overwhelming voting from, people, and then they won't be able to dispute it. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
And I was pretty...
And they should know better. That's the ridiculous part. They should know better.
And Exactly. That is why I'm saying, in a way, it's not fair, but at the same time, the fact that Peter Obi went through this before, and this is happening again, I would fault him. If I was his follower, I would say, don't you learn from mistakes? How do you improve if you don't learn from mistakes so that you can, use this in the future to counter what happened? Because if you don't do that, then it tells me all you're doing is just hoping, that maybe we'll pray, basing it on emotions, that God will do, I'm sure. But, it doesn't, you have to work for it. Nobody's going to hand you anything. And when these guys say, they have structure, people don't like that word, that it means rigging or whatever. This is the meaning of structure. That you have to have people on ground. And finally, it pretty much shows that all these guys, they don't have the influence they think they have. The articles, the Rufais, the Amici, they don't have it. It is the structure in the past that gave them the votes. They themselves don't have that influence, because that's what this is showing. Because if they have that influence, you'll be able to see, again, we can't say fully, this is just Abuja, maybe to change. But if we go off of this one, it's like, these people don't have that, this thing they think they have. That structure that they stood on was what helped them to get those votes. Now that they're in a fresh party that doesn't have any grounds to stand on, they are, how did they say, they are, this thing, Nyash, they show, So I think if there's anything to learn from me, because me personally, as much as I want my candidate to win, I still want it to be a tough battle.
So it should be competitive. It
For,
shouldn't be just a walkover, right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's good for democracy.
It
We
is.
need, to put them on their toes.
It is.
Because I always say it, as much as my candidate is doing fine, I will still say, okay, the economy, you grew 4%. Why couldn't you grow by 15%? I still want them to do better. So if they have tough competition, they will sit on their toes. But if they see that, these guys are walkovers, they'll just be like, I beg, we've already won. Because people are already saying it. 2027 is done and dusted.
Yeah. It's looking like it, my brother. I'm not going to lie for you. It's looking like it.
I mean, again, it's my dissing. That's why I don't want to gloat. So that's why I'm just,
you done the gloat already. You say you don't want to gloat. But thank you, Mr. Etanlag. We'll go circle back to you in a moment. Yeah, thank you, Etanlag. Thank you. Let's go to the chat before we go to Apostle Ben. And if you're in Facebook and you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to join us on TikTok at the Bia Paulo Podcast and request, and we'll bring you up here and you can share your thoughts and your opinions. Same as YouTube, you want to join the conversation, feel free to join us on TikTok at Bia Paulo Podcast, and we'll bring you up here and you can share your thoughts and opinions. But anyway, make we go to the chats here. Ballhead say, radio real estate. Let me see what Ballhead. Ballhead, thank you for being here, by the way. He gave structure, smart, intelligent, disciplined, more than, I don't know, man. I think you're referring to Nnamdi Kanu, but I don't know, man. But, Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. He will be a terrorist. That's what he is. That's why he's in prison. But anyway, thank you for being here, Ballheads. Isaac Nice, thank you for still being here. Emotions don't win elections, but great preparation does. And I'm tired of social media noise by obedience. Absolutely. Totally agree with you. Ijele is doing God's work in Imo State. Shout out to Ijele, man. Ijele say ADC is poor man's APC. I mean, that's what it's looking like anyway, because the same way they came out and they, formed their alliance. Now, the same kind of, it's not the same way, but kind of similar to how the APC also came and formed their own alliance back then, 2014, maybe 2013, right? Kind of similar. And the crazy part is we still have the same people that formed that APC. Amechi did there, Erufai did there, Atiku did there. The same people pretty much. The only new person there, in my opinion, Tambuwal also, I believe, was there, maybe not. Maybe Tambuwal was still with the PDP, I don't know. But anyway, the only new face, what I see there now, Opito Obi, it's ridiculous. I agree with you. Poor man's APC, that's what it is. Radio Real Estate, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Radio Real Estate. Akim Hassan, thank you for being here. Aman KB, thank you for being here. Ballheads, thank you for still being here. Appreciate all of you. All right, let's get back to the guest. And if you'd want to share your thoughts on this topic, feel free to request and we'll bring you up here and you share your thoughts. All right. Apostle Ben, make we hear your thoughts and thank you for being here. Apostle Ben, if you want to unmute yourself, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. Are you here? Apostle Ben.
Yeah, God bless you. Thank you.
All right. God bless you too. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, just love what is going on in Nigeria. And I think Nigerians are so much in social media. And if we really want to take our country and rebuild our country, it's in our hands. All we need to is to look on someone who is capable, someone who has integrity.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Mr. Oye, thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. I see you, my brother. Stay woke, thank you for the heart. I appreciate you. Let's see. Isaac and Mofixi, thank you guys for the gifts. Appreciate it. All right. Sorry about that. Apostle Ben, let's hear.
Yeah, it's all right. Someone who have a vision. It's not about tribe, because what is destroying Nigeria now is tribe. When we see someone who is not capable, someone who have no vision, no direction, but because it's Hausa tribe or Igbo or Yoruba, all the whole people keep on supporting, even when the person is driving to the people to the bush.
Yeah.
And so I believe that the whole Nigerian will stand up for what is right.
Absolutely.
The Bible says that righteousness is all the nation, sin is a reproach. When we see something that is wrong and we are clapping and promoting those things, we are not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere.
But what be the bad thing where we see for this election will happen on Saturday?
Yeah. The bad thing there is start from everywhere for 2023 till now. There has been a bad thing.
Yeah, I hear you, Apostle Ben. But I'm trying to bring you back to the topic. What was the bad thing that happened on Saturday?
The bad thing that happened there, you look at the FC Minister Wike, what he said before the election. That alone shows that the election is not going to be a fair one. It does not matter amount of people you put there. It's not going. They are going to do what the same thing they did in 2023, and this criminality have to stop until the masses come out and say enough is enough. Nigeria will never get better. That is my point. Thank you.
Thank you, Apostle Ben. I appreciate that quick one. But yeah, absolutely. Me, I know support what we can do as well. Whatever he did, I know support. I know like Wike used to be my guy, but my guy again. But anyway, it's what it is. If you were here earlier, you'd have heard when Mr. Ade pointed out that, the ADC then go bring people from all over Nigeria to come contest for the election, which is. I guess that was their strategy, but it failed woefully because APC, on the other hand, they went the other way, and they brought indigenes of the land, and fielded them as contenders or candidates for those positions and the councillor positions, right? I think that's what any smart party or leadership would do. But when you go bring people from, Apostle Ben, 1 second, you have your time. Yeah, when you go bring people from all over the place and then the locals where they're there, then they look, now wait till you won't play with us, Abi. It's not a good strategy. It's not a good look. But yeah, Apostle Ben, what were you going to say?
Yeah, sorry. Abuja, we believe that Abuja is federal, isn't it? It's for everybody. Abuja is for everybody, and this is Nigeria.
It's true. It's true. However, there are people who are from there, right?
The minister there is not from Abuja. So
that one by appointment is different. The minister is by appointment.
If we believe in one Nigeria, I believe everyone is capable of ruling everywhere.
I totally agree with you. But even if you go to any other democracy, one second, Apostle Ben. 1 second, Apostle Ben. If you go to any other democracy, say the US or Canada, maybe, I don't know. The people where they contest for elections for states, now people where from those states, they are from America, they are Americans, they are these, but the people where they contest for elections from states, they are from those areas. They were born there for the most part, or they have a long history in those areas. And Nigeria, we know what being from a place, we understand what it means. It means that's where you are from. If you are an Abia person, you are from Abia. Your ancestral home is from Abia. He's in Abia. If you're from Imo, we understand what that means. And that's what, Wike, yes, I agree with you, is minister from Rivers State, but that was by appointment. But when you talk about elections, elected officials, it's a little bit different ball game, right?
Yeah, London, and let me give you an example of London. The mayor of London is not an indigene of UK, okay? It happened also in Manchester, many places. It's the people that have to come to a place. They say this person is capable because we want a better Nigeria. It does not matter where the person come from. For me, it doesn't sound good. Until we remove this mindset, believe what we're looking for, someone who will deliver, not someone who will come there because he's an indigene or that. That's why Nigeria is going upside down.
Fair enough. I don't know if the London you're referring to, I don't know if Shana Indian guy that was the prime minister of London.
Yes.
But was he not born there? Was he not born there?
Whether he's born here is from Pakistan.
Come on now, my brother. But you're making my point, right?
Yeah, it's from Pakistan. This a population of London is about 20 million.
Yeah, but if the person is born there, you don't give the person some stakes now, right?
If it's in Nigeria, they will never accept him.
That's why I say Nigeria own is different, because we understand what it means. It's different in other areas.
That's why I'm saying that if Nigeria have to move forward, we need to put these differences aside. Look for capable people.
That is true.
We need to look for it.
That is true. That is true. Mofixi, please don't unmute yourself so that we don't go get a rowdy house, please. We'll get back to you.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll get back to you, but please, let's not have a rowdy house. Thank you, though.
No, I just wanted to contribute to the...
We'll get to you and you can talk about that, but make we know get rowdy house. Apostle Ben, I thank you for that point. But, I believe me and you understand what it means from somewhere in Nigeria. Me and you know what it means. We can act like we are Londoners or Americaners or Canadians. We can act like that, but me and you know what it means. But thank you, though, for your submission. Let's keep liking, and we're almost at 10K likes. Let's hit 10K likes and get more people to join the conversation. Facebook people, if you would like to join the conversation, please feel free to join us on TikTok at the Bia Parlour Podcast. Same as YouTube, you want to join the conversation, feel free to join us at the Bia Parlour Podcast on TikTok. and we'll bring you up here, and you can share your thoughts and your 2 cents and 3 cents. Anyway, thank you. Abdul Karim from Facebook says this is just a test ground for ADC. I agree with you, my brother, and they failed that test. They failed the test. They failed the test, my brother. I'm not gonna lie for you, they failed the test. But TX Xavier, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I'll have to drop a few people so that I can bring more people to join the show. But if you're here already and you want to share something else, feel free to request again so that you can join the queue and we can bring you back up and you can share your thoughts. All right, TX Xavier, let's hear your thoughts on the show.
Okay. Good evening again, Kachi, and thank you for the chance to share a thought or two regarding what happened on Saturday. Right. So this is a validation of the fact that elections are won and lost by strategy, alliances, and how you can engage the stakeholders involved in the elections. And on this part, I would say, in a sense, I'm not really surprised because the ADC has proven themselves to be very inept. They have proven themselves to be not a serious opposition, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think the whole town crying online and see the constituency of the people who vote in elections in Nigeria, we must be very honest to ourselves. Large portion of the constituency of the people who vote online or who vote in Nigerian elections are not on Twitter.
Yep.
They are not on TikTok. They are not on Facebook. These are the grassroots, the guys on the ground. They don't engage in all the online banters that people engage in. Now, you may like or hate Minister Wike, but unlike the ADC that was more involved with online, banters and everything,
Yeah.
he was more strategic in the way he positioned the APC for the elections. For example, I heard the man talking. He knew for a fact that in order to get the buy-in of the voters, an indigene was meant to be the face of the party. This was meant to this was meant to lure and to buy the indigenes to say, okay, this is our own. We have to vote for to get because it's all about the fact that people the indigenes of Abuja, sometimes they come and they look and say, there's people representing this place, but it looks like we are not being counted as part of the stakeholders who have a say.
Yep.
So I think Wike played he played very good politics by pushing this kind of people. And obviously they were also on the ground. Now, I'm sure you must have read where they said APC planned, for example, polling unit agents more than 5 months ago.
I've heard that.
And in these elections, ADC did not even have polling unit agents in a whole lot of the polls. And is it possible that people can continue doing the same thing and expect a different result? This happened in 2023. Labour Party had a shortfall of 56,000 polling unit agents. And you would think these guys have learned a lesson. But no, they haven't. And this is a clear case of when you plan for something. Somebody said, if failing to plan is planning to fail.
Yep.
That's what it is. If you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. Did you see the APC situation room? It tells you how serious these guys took this election. And also, if you look at the side of the opposition, they were disjointed. Everybody, all the key figures of the opposition, Atiku, Amechi, there was no coherence in what they were doing.
Yep.
And this is what is going to happen in 2027. I can predict this. the opposition seem to concentrate their minds so much on the urban areas, and you think this is where they get their votes because you have all the educated people. But guess what? Most of those guys don't vote. Most of these guys don't have a PVC. People can be ranting on Twitter. They haven't got PVC.
True.
But the guys who have the PVCs who go to vote in the rural areas, the guys in the grassroots, and these are the people that these Wike was able to get his people door knocking and converting people and say, come and vote, see what I have done. Remember, Wike has done a whole lot of developments in Abuja, some of the areas that has not been reached before. Those things are what he was using to tell them, listen, there is a reward if you engage. So he has done those things, and he can reap the reward. So look, politics is not a la carte. People, you can't get things the way you want to get them because you can speak English or because you can rant online. Politics is engaging with the grassroots and doing things that would appeal to the people. So I'm just saying, on this case, ADC has failed woefully. And for some reason, I don't think they want to take any corrections.
Yeah, and that's sad.
These guys will cry wolf in 2027.
That is really sad.
Let me just end up, I'll just end up with this. The president of the country is a long-term planner. He plans things and he knows, we all know the fact that there's so many people in position of governance today that he was instrumental to where they are.
Yeah.
So when he came for his term, they were able to pull his hand to get him to where he is today.
Yeah.
So anybody who is playing politics in Nigeria, and you cannot have someone that you can say, through my instrumentation, I help to prop this person up. When it comes for time for those people to hold up your hands, you don't have many hands to hold you up because you have not replicated your ideology in people. And this is what's happening.
Yep.
You have people who are I don't know, let me not say selfish. It's like they are an island. It's just them. And let me end up with the last thing. The other thing that made ADC fail.
Yeah, if you want to round up with this so that we can move forward.
Yes. The other thing that made ADC fail the elections is the only candidate that they seem to have projected was Dr. Moses Paul. You did not hear of any other ADC candidate in any other of the elections. And this is the problem. The opposition seem to always prop up one person and key to that person. Apart from that person, you don't key to anybody else. If you want to win elections in Nigeria, local government elections are the grassroots. If you have the local government, you have the people who can canvass for you to win elections. This is a red flag for ADC if they don't take actions quickly. I thank you again.
And I hope they do. Thank you, Mr. T. Xavier. Thank you, and thanks for joining the show again. Well, I definitely hope they do. And, I remember, Choma, thank you for joining, Jerry. I see Choma in the chat. Thank you for being here. I remember when Peter Obi joined the ADC, I hosted a show, maybe in December. I think it was maybe in January, maybe. I hosted a show and Choma was giving us a lecture on how this thing no go work. I did argue with Choma. I did argue with my sister. Say, nah, lie. Choma, come out here. You don't know what they talk. Come out for here. You don't say to speed Darlington say Osubrile no be small. But anyway, it's what it is, man. It's what it is. ADC, they don't seem to be a serious people. It's just ridiculous. How you go do election, even though I know it's like the lowest of elections, but it's a testing ground. That thing will make a minister come out the ginger. You say if you take them serious too. If they didn't take it, if say the APC didn't take it as serious, then everybody would just lose guard. But that's the way you see minister come out, they worry everybody up and down. You too, you follow suit. If not, anyway, listen, man, I'm not a politician. But yeah, Joma been the one us that time. And I've been the read her post for Facebook. I go say, Come on here, Jerry. This is the way they talk. Now lie, no go walk. Now lie. This wave will stand. This wave will walk. I say, and they argue with Choma. I tell like, this wave must walk. This wave. I remember I've been arguing with my sister. I don't know, say, Kachi BT. Choma go to talk about my Kachi. You don't know what's in the apple. You don't know what's in the apple. And now my eye don't clear now, my sister. But thank you for clearing us. Thank you for clearing us. Anyway, thank you, TX Xavier. Again, Facebook people, if you want to join the conversation, feel free to join us on TikTok at Beer Palo Podcast, same as YouTube. Feel free to join us on TikTok at the Beer Palo Podcast, and we can bring you up and you can share your thoughts on the topic. K, my brother, I know see you yesterday. Thank you for joining, my brother. My brother, I hosted my debate yesterday. Nobody agreed debate. I say, if you like this election, don't break people's hearts.
I don't even know say you do debate yesterday.
I do, but nobody agree come up. Nobody agree come up, my brother. The election don't break people's hearts. I don't go lie for you. Anyway, thank you, my brother. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kachi Jari.
Yeah.
Make I give you my own take on this. Look, I've never seen a very unserious opposition like this in my life. No direction, no focus, no vision, no nothing. Just some group of people making noise, shouting. You know, I mean, it's
sad.
just a shame.
It is.
Just a shame. I've told you before that, Kachi, that I still believe that APC performed better as opposition. I swear.
Absolutely, they did. Absolutely.
Yeah. Imagine APC was the one in power in opposition now. See what they would all do the ruling party.
Yep.
Do you understand?
Yep.
But we have an opposition that they don't even know what they want to do.
Yeah.
I see them as strange bedfellows, right? And El Rufai, all of them are just angry. And when you are hungry and you can't put your anger together and get impact, you will just fail. You keep failing and failing. And you come out and start shouting rigging. I remember those days. APC 2 was shouting rigging, remember?
But they were putting in work though. The difference is they were putting in work. You know?
I know until the coalition happened now. Coalition happened. ACN and all those CPC, they were shouting rigging too now.
True.
But I've come to realize that, right? It's not, nobody is rigging anybody out. Yeah, there might be rigging in one part
here
of the
and
other,
there, yeah,
one way or the other. Do you understand? But at least the majority of them still falls on strategy. Look at this guy, this ADC chairmanship guy, right? That guy had 7 votes. 7. And you are saying you won the election with 7 votes in your polling unit. Your polling unit, for Christ's sake. Kachi, your polling unit now your street.
Yeah.
Your street. You don't gather people for your own street. You gather 7 people for your own street. Come on, man. It means you are not accepted. Or people don't just send you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the meaning. And once you don't fail for your street, your polling unit, I doubt you can make it. I doubt it. Yeah, your polling unit. Now look at the other guy, the ADC guy, and look at how he carried people from a polling unit. Now almost 400 and something, 500 something. Even me, I know if you do election, make I gather 7 people for my street now. All those gates, man. You know they follow them talk. You don't follow your neighbors talk. It means you are not a good person now. Your neighbors now, guy. Share your neighbors do. Even if they go carry your family members come. Come on. That guy from Abuja, he can't shout say they rig you out. How? Wait, you won't go tell for court now. Say you get 7 out of how many? You understand? Out of 9, you get 7. The other person get 2. 7. Come on. But then, well, I feel I don't subscribe to Wike's style of politics, but I like him for one thing. He's a go-getter. If he wants it, he goes for it and gets it done.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell me that election in Abuja was rigged. ADC don't even have agents like they did in 2023. They don't have agents. You cannot say they rigged you in a place where you know they. You can't contest it. You know they there. Yep. So how you want to contest them? But then, like I always say, this is a test for them. And look at what is happening online. They are busy fighting themselves, abusing each other. In fact, during the campaign, Abechi and all of them, they don't even put body for the guys. They don't put body. Now only it be like saying only Peter will be the ginger.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy maybe the guy na Peter will be guy. You understand?
Yeah.
All of them don't look say, man, this guy na Peter will be guy. Most see waiting the guy go do. You understand? I don't see Atiku no campaign for the guy. I don't see anywhere where Atiku and all those guys, you know, they don't put mind, they don't put
body, yeah. They don't put body at all.
I don't see where Aregbesola, all those people go campaign for him. I don't see where David Mark come out for the guy.
Yeah.
You understand? Those are big people that you should have taken this election as a litmus test for you and fight it. You understand?
Yep.
Fight it. Use it to gather momentum. You understand? Use it to gather momentum and blow. Do you understand? But then, no wonder Ashiwaju was, the president was, and I use the word arrogantly. He was very arrogant. He told them that he's so happy to see them in total disarray. He said it in that day. He was so arrogant about it because it was, don't be this guy people go come up before power now. Don't be this guy, don't be this way they fight this other. A year to election, you don't even know your candidates. A year to election, you don't know where you are going. No manifesto, no nothing. What are you going to do better? What are you going to change? Which policy are you going to change? Which policy are you going to do better? Those are the things that should be rolling out now. Not that there's no zoning in this place. There's no kinika. I mean, with the way, let me even round up with this. Right?
Sorry, before you round up, the other day I saw, waiting in the column, Dino Meleye telling people, say Osa don't hold everybody now because of Tinubu. The other day I also saw Amechi telling people, say if Tinubu, say next year, Tinubu go implement the tax. If I send you 100 million, you go come out 25 million. Like all those fear mongering. Like what are you, tell us what you're going to do different. How about you tell us what you're going to do different?
Kachi, it was even wrong. I saw the video. Amechi was the tax system is already on. It's not even current.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're going to do differently. Forget the fear mongering.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to round up, make we move forward, Jerry.
What are you going to implement? These are the things this government is doing. There are so many loopholes in this government, so many that you can exploit. See security. This government they fail in security. I be Ashwaju person, you know. But they tell you, say this government they fail for security.
Yeah. But then they are just forgetting about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the places you are supposed to put in your effort. You are busy shouting, this one, they fight this one. I think there's no even unity between them. I think there's a suspicion between Atiku and Obi and Amechi. Amechi wants to be vice president. He doesn't want Obi to be vice president. All those. And if they do election now, right, they go for their primaries. The way I'm looking at things, right, if Atiku comes out, which most likely Atiku will come out as the primary person, the guy know they lose the primary, he will come out. Obedient won't vote for him. You will see. Obedient won't vote for him. And if Obi self come out as the third bearer, Atiku guys won't vote for him.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, they will just shake themselves, and this guy will win again. And you come and shout, Rigi. Well, you're not doing strategy.
Yep.
You know, well, can't you make I leave them, Jerry? They just vex me.
Thank you, my brother,
I
Jerry.
see opposition will get sense.
Yeah, they're not making it interesting. I hear you. They're not making it interesting at all. Thank you, Jerry. I hear you.
Now, suppose they see fire. See like Mohammed that year now. See what you guys do. See what Mohammed that year. I prefer me them put this their spokesman. This Kenneth Okonkwo guy. I don't know that Kenneth. Kenneth Okonkwo be name. That guy will have done a better job as publicity secretary, I say. That guy will have done a better job. Not this guy that is just blabbing, be releasing Twitter, as if those that want to vote on Twitter.
Anyway.
Thank
you, my brother. Thank you for joining again. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to the chat before we get back to the queue. This guy, I don't know your name. You just get this thing like a bird on your thing. Your name doesn't appear. But you're asking if others can speak.
You can call me Victor.
Victor, yeah. All right, Mr. Victor, you will speak. There's a queue. It's going to get to you in a minute, and you'll speak when it gets to your turn. But bear with me. Please be patient with us. Make we follow the queue one by one so that other people no go feel marginalized, as they be. But thank you for your patience. Appreciate it. let's go to the chat in a moment and greet people with the chat because them too matter, right? Temitope Ayi Lara, he says if Atiku wins primary, it will be own goal for them in 2027. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Morgan for real followed me. Thank you for the follow. And if you haven't followed me yet, this is a good time to follow me. Appreciate it. Let's keep liking and sharing. We're at 13K likes now. Let's hit 20K likes. All right. Man like KB says that's it. Tony, thank you for being here. Obi just wants to be president for himself. I don't know that one. No, I don't know. But anyway, it's what it is. We will see. Time will tell. Choman, thank you for being here, Jerry. He said Tinubu will not temper Johnson with Messi. Absolutely, as he should. He shouldn't. Now, who want to temper Johnson with Messi before? Uncle? Now, what for you? Oga Ben, you don't like wicked politics, but he's a goal getter. Contradict yourself. I hear you. But thank you, Oga Ben, for being here. Let's see who else is here. Dan Sarkin, thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's see, TX Xavier, thank you for still being here. Dijon, Speak to Dami, Olat, Halob, Richman, Seb, Morgan Victor, thank you for being here. Royal Face, Don C, Eddie Man, Moko Freelance, thank you all for being here. And thank you for the gifts, Mr. Oe and Blazeberry Music. Thank you so much. Anyway, if you're on Facebook and you want to join the conversation, please feel free to request on TikTok at the Beer Parlor Podcast and we'll bring you up to talk. And same on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you want to join the conversation, please feel free to follow us on TikTok at the Beer Parlor Podcast and we can request and we'll bring you up to share your thoughts. All right, let's get back to the queue here. Mr. Richman, make we hear your thoughts and thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, coming back to the Beer Parlor Podcast. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody in the house. I greet you all. For the host, you're doing a good job. I like what you do here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for the topic of the day, so for me, like most of the things I want to say, people have said, they have already said it all. I will only corroborate to what they have said. So check out the time of the APC, when they just formed the APC, when they had Lai Mohammed as the spokesperson, the PR. The guy was always firing right, left, middles, everywhere. You understand? So they came, so politics in Nigeria is a little bit different from the way it's been done in the Western world.
Yep.
That's the way we are. And it's not only in Nigeria, in most of African countries, they're like that. And at least I can tell of Mauritania, of South Africa, of Benin, Togo, even Cameroon. It's a little bit peculiar. So the Westerners, they gave us democracy. Our own democracy is a little bit different. Look at the federal system we copied from the America. It's not 100% the way they do their own. Like power should develop from the ground to the top. Every state are in a way independent on their own. But we copied it, but we're not doing that, right? We still call it federal system.
Yep.
So back to the topic, they are not doing enough. They are not. You rig in a place where even Nigeria, we talk about rigging. The days of the APC, when they had AC, CPC before they all formed. Every time Buhari lost the election, we always go to the court and we allege for rigging and blah blah blah. If ADC gets to power today, when they win, they won't say they're rigging anymore. So it's all about politics. Politics is not about emotions. So they should stop this thing they are rigging. Tell me one election that's 100% free and fair in Nigeria.
Yep.
No one. Even the one they're saying time transfer, blah blah blah, whatever. Even though it's that one, there's going to be interference some way somehow.
Yeah.
People might hack the thing. A lot of things can happen, right? So you only rig in a place where you are popular. You are on the street. You only have 7 votes. What was that? Are you serious? Like the last guy said, you don't talk to your security, like the security on the street, your neighbor. Are you enemies? You don't say hi. You don't greet them. So they didn't do well. They just stop this thing rigging. It's becoming irritating to me.
Yeah.
But if they win all the thing, they won't say they rigged the election.
They go say they sabi. They go say they are obedient. Yep.
So
Yep.
they should do more, and they are disjointed. They are not together. So the people in power now, they shouldn't. They are not. So like somebody was telling me that. But how? Where did I say the APC all together? Their leaders campaigning in Abuja. I said, but they are in power. You guys, you want to wrestle the power from there. So Obi, Atiku, they should all come together if they are serious.
Yep.
Yeah. Another thing is this: the primaries. What we are talking about, like the obedience. Are they good? I'm not God, right? But the chances of Obi getting the ADC primary ticket is, it might even be third on the because if you pick Atiku, Amishi might be the second and probably Obi. But if anything happens, maybe Atiku decide not to run again. He believes he doesn't want to waste his money because he knows he's not going to
He's
win.
not going to win, yeah.
I've seen the handwriting. You understand? If Atiku decide, I don't want to run, he knows that he's not going to win.
Yeah.
So this rigging thing, they should just take it off the table. It's getting irritating.
It is.
They had won, they won't say the same thing now. So another thing. So after, however, the what's his name? Wiki system of politics. I don't. It's not the best anyway. You understand? Like, he's not telling people to vote, but you won't see, like, it's like a governor indirectly because Abuja is not a state, right?
Yep.
But if you had gone to maybe just one place to see what is happening, it's different. But you're going everywhere.
Yep.
It's not good enough, right? Even though you're not telling them to put the thumbprint here, the thumbprint that, is not good enough. So those are the things. So we should stop comparing Nigeria and a country where they've been running democracy for over 200 something years, and check it out in Arabian countries, all the Arab countries, their democracy is not the same thing. It's different. It's not because it works there to work here. I think we should create a way where our own system, I don't know if it's going to be federal system, parliamentary, whatever they want to call it, where the power, every state will be independent, control their resources. Because bring the best brain in this world.
No, we don't do that one before. Now, my brother, we don't do that one before. That was what was happening before. Now my brothers go spoil them. My Igbo brothers, now we go spoil them. That was what we were doing before. We don't do it before. My brothers go spoil them. But let's not talk about that. If you want to round up Mr. Richman so we can move forward.
So we can still have the system where we have the president, but the states they control whatever they have, and the federal government, they are in charge of the military, the whatever, immigration and customs, right? So you bring 1,000 professors to Nigeria with this kind of system we are running. It doesn't. You only try. You can't be very, very successful.
Yep.
I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Richman, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Thank you. All right. The YouTube people, let me just address this. If you would like to join the live, please feel free to follow us on TikTok and request, and we can bring you up so you can join the conversation. We can't bring you up from YouTube. You have to come to YouTube. You have to come to TikTok at the Beer Parlor Podcast and request, and we will bring you up and you can share your thoughts on there. Same thing as Facebook. You want to talk, you want to share your thoughts, please feel free to request, follow us on TikTok at the Beer Parlor Podcast and request, and we'll bring you up. Thank you. All right, let's go. Let's see who's next here. Mr. Igor, thank you for joining.
Hi, hello, Kachi.
Yes, thank you for joining, my brother. Thank you. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
All right, make I do small clap for you now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining.
Yeah, nice. And I must say, before I go on, I must say that it's really, deep of fresh breath. That's, that's, like what you're doing. I'm actually, this is my first time of coming on any socials. Actually,
make I give you another one. Thank you, Jared.
Thank you. Yeah. Because the social media space.
Yeah.
Because the social media space is just awash with, you can barely have intellectual conversation. You can barely. So, I started seeing from Facebook, and I decided, to pop in here and so I think it's keep you up.
Thank you.
Some of us we've got platform now.
Thank you.
So, yeah, straight to the point. I have a couple of issues I want to address, and your brilliant the guys that spoke earlier, they actually harmonized, vital points.
Yeah.
But I will just touch on some of them. The first and foremost, the first one is the force equivalence that we sometimes do when we make this comparison of Senna climb, this. I think is not. Is a lot of the time is not proper, because like your last caller said, these are democracies that's been there for forever.
Yep.
We as a nation, as Nigerians, we have not moved. We are still very primitive, whether I like it or not. 60 years is like yesterday. It's like when they say 1,000 years like a day in the eyes of the Lord. In the life of a nation, in the life of a nation,
Yep.
we are still evolving. We're evolving, and we have to, put into consideration our innuendos, our diversity, there's a
Absolutely.
lot of things. So people can't just come and say one place is a no man's land, Abuja is a no man's land. Those are words that sometimes insensitive to the native people. A lot of the time it's very insensitive to the native people.
Absolutely.
And I think we should do better by appreciating our differences, and we shouldn't put the cart before the horse. Let's go at a certain pace. That's on that one. And secondly, coming to ADC, I mean, we've all said it. There's no, there's no strategy, and it's just going to be shambolic, and it will get worse.
Sadly, even though now the people are I don't support the ADC per se. I say, Peter Obi is my preferred candidate, but it's just it don't they glaring. It don't they show.
To get worse. And the reason why they are so rudderless now because they never have do their convention to choose somebody. By the time they can't choose that person, that is where they will now fall like a pack of cards. At that time, I was no say, they now just no strategy. Everybody now just selfish. Everybody for that train, they are strange bedfellows, whatever it's called, that just try to come together, just to wrestle power. No, nothing else but to just wrestle power. So that, I mean, it's really, really unfortunate. I'm APC card carrying member as such. I'm proudly you get what I mean?
I hear you.
And but it saddens me that there's no opposition, because every nation needs an opposition.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that can put the government in power on their toes. Because at the end of the day, we might argue for or against. You can't take away the fact that we all love our country.
Absolutely.
It's just the frustration that sometimes you see when people now begin to sound as extremists and whatever. You could see that he's still in love. It's a lot to your emotions. Emotion is very important and it's deep. That's who you are.
Yep.
For people to be wasting it, to be castigating, it's still the fact that they love that nation.
Yep.
So we all love the country, one way or the other. And it's only when we have a working opposition. At the end of the day, everything will work well for us, because opposition will put pressure on the government in power. Government in power will also, of course, know that some people are watching them. And at the end of the day, the country will be better for it.
True.
But in this situation, when no opposition, nothing, the government in power will just free day. It's really, really sad. And everybody should be concerned.
It is.
Everybody should be concerned. And someone is saying that APC did not, someone told you that APC people didn't campaign. Have you seen the job? Have you seen, as Abuja experienced this level of impact that Wike is doing in Abuja in a long time? It hasn't happened. This is the first time. That's enough campaign. For the local people in Abuja, Wike or love him. I never liked him when he was governor. I used to call him Togno Wike. I never really liked him. But you can't take away the fact that he delivers on the job.
Yeah.
In Abuja is a construction site. So what other campaign do you need the APC to do in Abuja? It is the opposition that wants to wrestle power that should have stepped up their game.
Yep.
It is their battle to step up your game, put pressure on the. But obviously, I mean, the story is we all know what the outcome is. But hopefully they will get their act together for next year, because we just can't give APC. Even though I'm APC, I know it doesn't matter what they do, though. The president will still win. But at least let's have a show. Let them have a show. Let them, whatever it is. The president is so strategic. it will win next year, but at least even start planning for the next 4 years. That's what political parties do. That's what political parties do.
Yep.
In the life of a nation, you have short, medium, and long-term plan, even for political parties. You can't just be doing hand to mouth as you live. As you wake up, you live your day like that. Individuals can do that, but not a nation, not a political party.
Absolutely. If you want to round up, Mr. Igor, so that we'll go move forward, though. Thank you.
Yes. I mean that's basically just my point. That's my very point. So, like I said, we need to do everything possible. Don't give up. Let's keep doing it. We need an opposition. You need to stop. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do with ADC, or if Obi is gonna jump another. It's too late now because I see Obi leaving ADC.
I see it happening too, my brother. But
no.
Time will tell.
He's definitely going to leave because he's the most ambitious. He's the most marketable.
Yeah.
He's the most marketable. It's just unfortunate that he couldn't manage Labour Party.
Yeah.
Labour Party would have been his best bet. And that's part of the problem I have with him, personally.
Yep.
You know? Yep. But then I will leave you like that for now. And subsequently, obviously, I will join your life again.
Absolutely.
Going forward.
Thank you, Mr. Igor. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes. All right, let's go to the chat before we continue. And Mr. Peter Rufai from YouTube, if you'd like to join the show, come on TikTok and request to speak on TikTok. That's the only way we can bring you up. We can't bring you up from YouTube. You have to come over on TikTok and request, and then we can bring you up, and then you can speak on TikTok. And everybody would hear you on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else I'm streaming. But I appreciate you being here, my brother. All right. Let's go to the chat here. Mr. K, my brother, he said most likely he will leave after the primaries. I see that happening too. And, then what's the point of him joining, What's the point of him joining, right? I don't know, but we'll see. Time will tell. Can I be added? Yes, let's the press. You can. Oh, yeah, I'm just seeing your request. Yes, you don't need to ask. Once you request and I see it, I'll bring you up. But, like we do on the show, it's turn by turn. The turn by turn, your turn will reach. So we'll do it turn by turn and it will get to you. But anyway, all right, let's see. Fizu1. He said ADC is not a political party, it's just an organization of frustrated and retired politicians. I don't know, we can argue the same for the APC when they joined, right? We can argue the same, but they're just not doing their own right. APC did their own right, and that's why they took over power, but ADC is not doing their own right. But thank you, Mr. Fizu, for being here. Anyway, make we still see Ajis Kopela, our guy, we know already with your opening statement. Waiting be my opening statement. Ajis Kopela, thank you for being here. I don't know me. I know they hide who are the support though. If now waiting you they refer to. My preferred candidate is P2B. I know they hide or shame for that one. But when you see what's in the happen, you have to call it out. It's just what it is. They are not doing a good job as an opposition. It's just what it is. But if they no win, if P2B no win, make Tinubu Dedia build Coastal Highway for us. Anyway, let's still keep going on the chat. Ajis Kopela says our democracy must be 500 years old. Yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't have to get to 500 years old before we start doing better. I agree with you on that one, Mr. Ajis Kopela. LO says after over 400 years of democracy. Yeah, we're saying the same thing. K Baba, thank you for being here. Etan Lag say I didn't get any applause when I joined the first time. I beg send my own Heineken. This Heineken, how we go do this? How we go do this Heineken? My brother, we go figure out how we go send that Heineken. No worry. But thank you, Etan Lag, for being here. All right, let's go to the people who are still here as well. ADEX, OJC, Bernard Ebu, Igor, thank you for being here. Olalekan, thank you for being here. SolarVillage.ng, appreciate you for being here. Coffee Active, Ore Ofe Shah. On the names, they're interesting, Sha, but thank you guys for being here. Arrived, Michael, Big Bird Yinka, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Wosahon, thank you for being here. And Shola Arena on a plenty. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. All right, let's get back to the queue. All right, we have Mr. Edex. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, is this your first time being here?
No, I think this is my second time.
Second time, all right. If it's not your first time, I will give you a round of applause. So thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
I don't need to lie about that.
Thank you.
I would like.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are doing a great job.
Appreciate you, Edex. Thank you.
Yeah. I think this is my opinion though. ADC, I don't see them as a serious party, honestly. I think they are just association of angry people who they just feel like some of them, they were shortchanged because in this administration, they feel like they should be part of what is going on, and they are not part of it. So they just feel like, okay, if I'm not part of this, then you won't be able to. I will be like a thorn in
your flesh.
in your flesh.
But my brother, not the same thing way APC do that time now.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I think we Nigerians, we need to snap out of this illusion, or maybe I call it a dream, that there are some politicians that have our own best interest at heart. No.
Yep.
All this, even including this present administration, all of them they are in for their own best, for their own interest. Because if not so, all these ones parading themselves as maybe the opposition right now, if there's anything that they can do better, or that they know that will make the country better, and you claim you love this country, why not offer it to even this present administration? Let's do it like this. Is it not for the country? Is it not for the good of the country everybody is fighting for? If truly that is what they really want. So to me, I don't think any one of them has anything to. They just want to be in. If I should be the one doing this, everybody just want to write their own name in that maybe presidency. When they are saying Nigeria have had so president in the past, all those things. So for me, that is what I believe every one of them is fighting for. And concerning this ADC again, I just feel like a lot of all these people that are there, they are just how will I say it? Lazy politicians. Honestly, they do not want to build anything, and have integrity, stay with that thing and see it work for the long time. That is why you see all of them, you jumping. Fine, we might say APC before they came. No, APC joined parties together. It's not as if Asiwaju or Buhari is jumping from one place to from one party to no. These people are just lazy politicians. They cannot build anything. So if these kind of people who are lazy, who cannot even see, put up things together, are they the one who want to fix Nigeria? Let's be real with ourselves. Are they the one who want to fix Nigeria? I might excuse Peter Obi a little bit, but to me also, I don't even see what is it called, the bigger picture or the bigger difference. Because if Peter Obi cannot put up Labour Party, do you know that even at the long run, if Peter Obi did not even become the president through Labour Party, he can actually be like the Asiwaju of that party at the long run, if he stay put and fix no matter what is happening in that party. But no, once this one is not working, you jump. Yoruba used to say, this firewood no good, you come out and for fire. This one no good, you come out and for fire. Which firewood will go and cook your meal? So this is the only problem I'm having with Peter Obi. He's a good man. When he talks, I like him. But being a good man cannot fix Nigeria. That's the fact. Because you are not the only one who will fix that country. You have to put up people together. And once people even see you that you are too good, they will, there are a lot of things that Buhari did. When, what is it called? Is it Adeshina? When he said some of the ministers will just come, inshallah. Once they say inshallah, by the grace, all those things. And he believed them. And these people are not doing anything. They are running the country down. So I see Peter Obi as too gentle. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So he's a good man, but they will just take his being good or his kindness for granted. So that's just his ADC. I don't see them as anything. Even see.
If you want to round up with that, so that we'll go move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched a video on TikTok concerning this concerning Peter Obi, and I categorically commented there that what if Peter Obi, if he doesn't win the primary, which is almost like 80% chance that he may not win, because Atiku, that man, he will not jeopardize his own chance for anybody.
Yeah.
So if Peter Obi doesn't win, he should go and join APC Ashiwaju will support him. He will become whatever I want to become. For me, that I'm telling you. Because if you already said what is it called, El-Rufai and all those people are some kind of person that we don't want to be mentioning online before, and he joined them. So if Achiwaju is that bad person also, he should join him so that he can use him to achieve his own dream. That is just it.
That makes sense. Yep.
That is politics. That's the
Yep.
truth.
But yeah,
So,
thank you, Mr. Edex.
that's my case.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Edex.
you.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I never hear anybody talk that one before. Say if Peter Obi could go and join forces with El-Rufai, will be bad man. Make he also go join forces with Asiwaju.
If you join Ashiwaju, if you join Ashiwaju, I can tell you that he will have a bigger chance.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
And it will even be better for the good of our southeast
Politics.
South,
Yeah,
and
South,
all that.
yeah,
Yes.
Politics. Fair enough. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you, Mr. Edex. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go to the next person here, Mr. Victor. All right, let's go. Let's hear your thoughts on. Thank you for being patient, by the way, Mr. Victor. And let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
All right. You didn't want to ask me if this is my first
time. Is this your wife? Sorry, I forget. Sorry, is this your first time? Is this your first time, my brother? I'm not sure say you don't come because I would have known for sure, but is this your first time?
Yeah, it's my first
time.
All
right, make we give you the chair now, Abby. All right, welcome to the Bia Palo podcast, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. Yeah.
Okay. Since I was here, I've been listening to others speak, and I'm going to. I do not accept their opinions. I think. I'm going to say something different from what everyone else.
Something is echoing. 1 second. Something is echoing. 1 second. All right. I guess it's the guy I just brought on. Sorry about that. If you want to go ahead, Mr. Victor, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say something different from what the rest have been saying, yeah? Well, I hope as long as I don't, deviate from the topic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, I think Nigerians are a bit hypocritical, right? Because it is normal for people to come into a place and you see the way things are. You have, what we call the norms, the standard of, to which things are supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Now, one thing I really hate about this government and the APC from the day they entered power in 2015 is the fact that I see them as people who are too radical and not normal they are not the kind of person or people I would want to associate myself with. I feel like even the worst thing Jonathan did was allowing these people even come into power in the first place, because from that time till date, these people have ruined every thing we have that we hold, dear to in this country.
Yeah.
Our democracy and everything. You see the way they came into power. They did not even. These people have never come into power through the door. They come through the window. And in as much as I feel like if I was running currently, I would copy what they are doing and do worst. You get. And see how they.
Why do you think they came in through the door? Why do you feel like they came in through the door?
Okay, you see, there have never been any election that that's been since APC came into power. There's never been any election that these people have held that people will feel like, oh, this election is actually free and fair and transparent. People do not. Since these people came into power, people don't have confidence in the system again. It's as if, let me.
When last did you have confidence in the system in Nigerian election?
My dear, 20s, during the time of Obasanjo and Tinubu, people might come here and lie to themselves. But I was a very young guy and who joined my dad to watch TV at night, and I used to aspire for Vision 2020. Yeah, so these people they were on a path for something. Right now, when APC came back, what happened was we stop moving forward and then we start moving backward, right? So
I mean, in my opinion, though, elections have never been perfect in Nigeria. We all wish that everything would be perfect.
That is what I'm saying. I said it has never been this worst.
I see.
Any sane and good mean Nigeria would understand and would believe that it has never been. You might be a member of APC, but I think
I don't be a member of APC.
Telling themselves the truth.
I don't be a member of APC,
no.
my brother.
I feel like what happens these days politically, people play politics. I know what, I just pay attention and learn. People who come here and tell you, hey, I'm supporting P2B, most of them are APC member trying to fight the system.
But you go believe the one way come out from my mouth. You cannot be making assumption. You go take the one way come out from my mouth first. I hear you, but you go take the one way come out from my mouth first. Then if you go later, go find out another thing, then you can use that one. But for now, and the thing is, I know I'm not a party member. My preferred candidate is P2B.
Yeah. So me, I prefer and I will always be a member of opposition. I am an opposition because I oppose this government and every values they have within them, right? Like this current, this last, Abuja election, FCT area council election, right? I paid attention. I came out. I drove to at least 3 polling units and I observed what was happening. I was supposed to leave the country last week, but I decided to stay to let me just see what's happening. Then
let me ask you a question that a lot of people have made this comment that the ADC didn't have any polling agents on ground. Is that correct?
That's a lie. That's a lie. I think it might happen because I saw a video evidence for one particular polling unit, but most of the polling units where I went to, ADC had agents there.
I see.
Even though I would blame them for not doing enough job, for not, participating as they were supposed to, But if you come out here to tell me that the election was not manipulated, then you must be a very big liar. And
when you say manipulated, you've told us that you were on ground pretty much. So when you say manipulated, how would you?
Yes, and I can tell you what happened, right?
Yeah.
Now, there is a video circulating.
No, forget the one where they circulate. The one where you see with your own eye. How was it manipulated?
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
In the election, let me tell you what happened. I will just give you. You see, the one thing ADC need to understand that most people who came out to vote in that election were not the middle class. Neither was I didn't see any middle class. Most people I was seeing is the poor and some, Agberu boys, out there, And these people they came out for the money. You get, and I saw a guy who was trying to talk to other people. Hey, guy, they share money, can't carry my money. And most of those people were APC. They were just doing it for APC, right? So in my own position, if I was an opposition, what I would do, I wouldn't do different. I would find money safe, make me safe, do it because, number one, they were sharing money. Let's leave that one aside. Number two, right? I was in my own particular polling unit, right? I saw the shit. I snapped it. I posted it on X, right? But what happened on the, what's it called? Is it the IWF or whatever? Yeah? They started, you see the way they wrote bio, using bio to stroke those things and change the numbers, right?
Yeah.
Now, just imagine you are a Nigerian, and international observers are, they are watching and seeing what is happening. How are they going to see? You people keep saying your boys are the one bringing shame to. It's a lie. APC and their people and their set of politicians are the one bringing the shame to Nigerians. Yeah, the government of the day is the one bringing. And if you're a well-meaning Nigerian that love this country, you would not participate or you would not support these people for any good reason. The reason why people keep supporting this set of politicians is either because our youth, we are shameless. Once they give you money or they tell you that, oh, I am from so tribe. In fact, even the tribe me particularly I'm from, I'm so ashamed of telling people that I'm from that particular tribe because, in fact, if there's a way for me to even remove the name there and add an English name, then I will, because these are people who always cry marginalization, yet they can sell their birthright for bread and for change.
All right, let's not talk about that one today, my brother. I be Igbo man, and you don't they talk something where they pinch me for body now. I don't know the day where you.
I did not mention Igbo. So why did you say Igbo?
All right. Let's not get into tribal things, but something where you talk could be sensitive. Like you see now, it didn't done the sensitive to me. That's why I'm trying to cut you short there. Another person may also start feeling a type of way. That's not what we're doing today. We know that Nigerians in general, regardless of where you're from, what you worship, we know that Nigerians collect money for election. When we know some people they kill, they give them money. It's not limited to one tribe or one area. It's all across all board.
Okay, I'm going to leave the tribe now and just summarize, right?
All right.
Now, you see, the thing is this, right? Like I observed yesterday, these rich and the middle class were not there. Most times, the set of people I see were these normal dogs and and APC agents. One thing opposition need to understand, and well-meaning Nigerians who hates this or who doesn't like APC. One thing they need to understand is this: political apathy will not bring you anything good, right? Because APC have members. So whether you vote or you no vote, their members will vote. You get, they have die-hard members. So their members will vote. The problem is we have political apathy. People who support good governance, people who want the best for this country, people who love this country, they don't want to vote. They're no longer interested in voting. And they feel that their votes don't count. And, I don't know, 1 or 2 persons here might be listening to me, but you need to participate. You need to put your effort, yeah? And yes, I feel like there should be an opposition. And to summarize with this...
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to round up, yeah.
Yeah, to round up with this, Tinubu and APC government has failed in every ramification. The way he won election last time, 2023, was through getting 63% from the north, yeah? And that 63% currently, he's losing it. The only the only option he has now, this 2027, is to rig the election. And if the good meaning Nigerians decide he will not rig it, he will not rig it, and he will lose Wolf. I don't care who is taking power away from him, but I think he don't deserve 2027 because he has failed in all the promises. He promised us steady electricity and all that. He didn't fulfill it, so he should go back. He should not win. He should go back to Lagos and rest.
All right, thank you. If you want to round up with that so that we can move forward.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, thank you. I was trying to concur with what you talk here. I'm bringing up a link here. This is not the iRev link, but it's not necessarily very visible. I don't think. Okay. It's not very necessarily. This is not the iRev website itself. I believe you guys can see it. But this is the iRev website. I was going to show a screenshot, and I've been going through some screenshots of this document. I don't know what they call this document. EC1 form. I've been waiting the column. But I've been seeing it. It doesn't look like it was manipulated for the most part, or at least the top 7 or 8 where I don't look. It doesn't look like it was manipulated. And to concur with him, I see that on all the ADC sections, I see it said in the sign. So if somebody's signing there, that means they had an agent. So I don't know, maybe for one or two areas or polling units, they didn't have the polling agents, but for the most part, at least the top 8 where I don't look like
just
this.
Just one polling unit that they don't have agents.
Yeah, most likely. I just had to go to the iRev website and look at it, but I couldn't. The link I'm putting here is not showing me what I want you guys to see. It's only showing the actual, this thing. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Victor, for sharing your thoughts on that on the topic here. And let's move to the next person here. But just give me 1 second, make I find who the next person be, and then we can keep it moving. All right. Thank you again, Mr. Victor. Next person here is Mr. Anthony. All right. Mr. Anthony, thank you for joining the Bia Paulo podcast here. Is this your first time joining?
No, now.
Okay. Anthony, NG. All right. Thank you for joining again. Appreciate it.
Okay. I greet you, my brother.
I greet you, my brother.
I greet the panelists and the comment section as well. You see, we are actually expecting this after the by-election that happened in Abuja. We're expecting the opposition to come out and start saying that the election was rigged. You understand? Because we understand that these people are bad losers. You understand what I mean? But you know what? You don't mix politics with emotions.
True.
You understand what I mean? If you lose an election, what do? you return back to your camp and re-strategize.
Strategize,
and you review the election result and you check where you actually did well and where you need an improvement, right? But you're wasting time crying all over social media and the media house as well and telling people that, oh, the question that we should be asking the ADC, because for me, there's no difference between ADC and the Boot Party in Nigeria. You understand what I mean?
And the Boot Party, what Boot Party is that?
Yeah, Boot Party was part of they actually participate in the last general election.
Okay. I think I know about them. Okay.
Yeah, so there's no difference between them. You understand? So it's just ADC is trying to be the second force in Nigeria, but they are not building any structure as it stands today. For me, when I look at the ADC party, and it's actually the by-election actually prove it. You understand? When you look at what happened in Abuja in the last election, you can see that there's no structure of ADC in any of these places, right? You don't win an election based on popularity, you understand, on social media. You have to go on the ground, let the people promote your own party, let the people know what your party will bring to the people of Nigeria, not just coming on social media, wasting your time and energy when you're supposed to be investing that time on how to build a good structure that they believe that they will remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, right? But the way we are seeing it right now, I think we're even more relaxed right now. Instead of us, you see, before we're going head to head with them, debating them. But as it stands right now, we can see that they cannot even find a fly, talk less of buying a elephant.
Yep. Mr. Anthony, sorry, you were on the debate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for coming by. Yesterday I tried to hold the debate. Nobody Greek home, nobody small.
I was busy yesterday.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, I just remembered. And you are also the judge,
defending
two-time defending. You and Mr. K. Thank you. Yeah, I remember now. Thank you.
Yeah. So for me, you see, we like what other speakers said before me, right? You can see the emotions in him talking about instead of him going on the ground, he actually said he's in Nigeria right now. Instead of him going on the ground and help his own party and promote his own party, he's more focusing on APC. You know, this is election season, right? They're supposed to be preparing, but they're not preparing. And at the day, we already know what's going to happen in 2027. They will lose again. They will go on the street. All eyes on judiciary. All eyes on tribunal. All eyes on this. All eyes on that. But to be honest, right, we need to stop being the bad losers in Nigeria. Do the rightful, do the needful, right? Before the election, we're 1 year to the election right now. You still have time. You understand? The question that I'm being asking, even if P2B is in the ballot box next election, how would you turn the percentage of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the northwest and the northeast of Nigeria? Because we're talking about core north. A core north, it's very difficult for them to give their vote to anyone because their vote based on religion and tribe, you understand? Yep. And with APC still bringing the Muslim ticket, they would rather vote for APC. And guess what? Again, if P2B is in the ballot box, they will not vote for P2B because they don't trust him that he will only use one term. Once you get the power, you don't want to leave the place, right? So that's a lot of question that these people will continue to question themselves. Yep. Will this man return the power to us in 2031, right? But it's not about social media. That is what we're telling these people, right? We are ready, and I will round up like this. I don't even want to stress myself anymore based on what I see in the last election that happened this weekend. I just see that they are just a party of confusion. They are living in the state of confusion. They're chasing power. This one want this one want that. They're not organized, and it's very, very crazy. And I know that I already prepared that. I know that they will come on social media and cry on the news. They'll cry. But do you know what happened? Right? What they're not telling you? These people, this man that said he observed 3 polling units in that election, right? Even the election observer said that the election was well organized, but the only issue that they have on that election day is the turnout. You understand? The turnout is very low. You understand what I mean? So I don't know where they're coming from. How do you know that is APC sharing money? How do you know? This is what we hear in 2023. They're repeating the same thing. We see the election in Kanu and other places. It shows that you guys are not prepared. And like I said, I always end my submission like this. We will meet in 2027 by grace of God, and we will defeat you. We will send all your ADC politicians to retirement home. Thank you.
This one, they sound like threat too.
Next.
Oh God, they sound like threat. 1 second, please. Don't unmute yourself, please. We'll get to you in a minute. There are people who were before you. We're following the queue, but I appreciate you being here, Mr. Leslie Press. I know you were here yesterday, but I appreciate you coming back. But okay, Anthony, this one they say you threaten us. Relax yourself, my brother. Relax yourself. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this the EC8 form. Here, I screenshotted one, and this is I go block my face for the most part, but I hope you guys can see it on the screen here. So you see, this one is just one anyway. There's a ton of them because there are a lot of polling units. This one is from Games Village, and it's obviously updated 21/02/2026. So it was definitely very current. If you look the ADC, somebody signed. And I was looking at all of them. Somebody was signing for the ADC. If you look at APC, somebody signed, obviously. You look at PDP, somebody a different signature. Look at this one, somebody signed different signature, right? And if you look at the 2023 election, you notice that a lot of the polling units, they cancel. That is not even the case here. This sheet looks clean. This EC8 form, and thank you, Mr. Oga Oye, for reminding me of the name of that thing. EC8 form. This is the EC8 form. I don't know if they write them here somewhere, but that's what this thing is called, this EC8 form. If that 2023 election, or you would notice that a lot of them, they were canceling, but this one looks clean, at least to the best of my eyes, ability. It looks clean. It doesn't look like anybody canceled anything to defect or clean anything, right? It's just the work. They just need to do the work and leave this blame game or who do this, who no do that one, all that good stuff. But anyway, we don't do here. ADC and the rest of them, Atiku, Peter Obi, Amechi, all of them, they need to do better in their campaigning, in their messages. But then leave this blame game. We know, say, Tinubu won't use tax suffocators. We know. Say hungry, they catch us. We know that one. What you're supposed to be telling us is what you're going to do different, what you're going to do better. That's what you're supposed to be telling us. Leave the hungry. We know. Nobody today how the hungry, they catch us, But anyway, let's go to the chat and read some of the chats here before we move forward. My zone, thank you for being here. I just like your spirit and attitude. Keep it up, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Ati, what make I get that name? Ati Tebi Babatunde Adeniyi, no be threat, na facts. My brother, it is all like threat, I no go lie for you. But thank you for being here. Joseph, thank you for being here. Les the Press, thank you for being here. OJC, Gunners for Life. Hello, host. What's burning behind you? Now TV, now just something to make the what do they call it? The background look what's that word now? Just to make it look nice, just to make it look nice. But thank you for asking. Not just TV, not something with to make the ambience, right? To keep the ambience going, right? Speak to Dami. Thank you for the hat. Blazeberry, thank you for the hat. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Stardom Victor Apan. Thank you so much for being here. Dear coordinator, can I say something from the diaspora? Absolutely. You just have to request. But there's a queue, so you'd have to wait until it gets to your turn before you can share your thoughts. But thank you for being here. Leslie Press, can I speak next? Yeah, we already addressed that. We'll get to you in a moment. Oga Oye, thank you for being here. Still appreciate you. Igor, thank you for being here. All right, we'll see the other people with they here. Arrived. Diro Dino, thank you for being here. Philip Bello, thank you for being here. Bell HVAC, thank you for being here. Charles Loho, thank you for being here. Make una no verse for me. When our names, they sound somehow. UC Spain, thank you for being here. Ola and MI, thank you for being here. Faith Shubomi, appreciate you guys. Mikel, Prince Yinka, D1D, thank you for being here. Babs and State House. State House, Nigeria. I better go. I hope that cruise. I better go. We no one problem. State House, Nigeria. We don't want any problem. But in the meantime, let's keep liking and hit 20K likes. Appreciate you guys for being here. Facebook people, again, if you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to join us on TikTok at the Beer Parlor Podcast and request, and we'll bring you up and you can share your thoughts. Same as YouTube. I appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you. All right, let's get back to the queue. All right, we have Fizu1. I know, Shasa, I don't read your name before. Is this your first time being here?
Yes.
All right. Thank you and welcome. All right, let's hear your thoughts on the topic, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. I greet everybody. I just want to share my thoughts, though, but the obedience it might not sound well to the obedience, it might not sound well to them, but the fact must be said. Now, when you look at history in Nigerian history in politics, losers have always been claiming that they were rigged out. Awolowo did it severally. It came to the time of APC, AD during Obasanjo. It came to the time of CPC of Buhari and so on. But the truth is that when you look at Tinubu started, it's just like somebody preparing to write WAEC. Tinubu started preparing for his WAEC from GSS 1. In 1993, Tinubu went to the Senate. And then that was during the military SDP period. And then it was cancelled. And then they now had to start Nadeco and they started the struggle. They started the struggle for a better Nigeria. Whereas some other people were busy eating with the military. Now, in 1999, when AD came in and Tinubu came in through AD, Tinubu maintained Lagos State, building talents, building different people that are not even Lagosians, bringing different young guys. Let's not forget that Tinubu is the first-class accounting graduate from America. You can say
first
Tinubu
class
didn't
where
go to,
again? He talks saying be accounting graduate, no be first class.
Excuse me, he's a first class. Yes, go and find out.
Our guy, he's not first class. He didn't get accounting degree, diploma.
Let me finish up. You can go and find
Fizu, 1 second. You go there respectful. This is my show. Don't talk to me like that. He wasn't, and this is not me making shit up. He had a diploma. He wasn't like a bachelor's even.
I am not arguing with you.
All right.
On Tinubu's certification.
All right. But still be respectful, please. No, come to tell me, oh, guy, go and do your research. Don't talk to me like that, please. I don't appreciate it.
I've not disrespected you.
All right, let's keep hearing. But Tinubu didn't have first class. Now he got a diploma.
I'm not arguing with you on that.
You can hype him all you want, but don't come and be doing like he's the best thing after sliced bread. Come on now.
Relax now. Wait now. Let me finish up. Then you can see your.
You not go finish up. Now my show, I they interject. If you've noticed, I've interjected everybody. Now so I they do. I get okay. It's your first time, so you're getting used to it. But don't feel offended if I interject. It's not just a one-way show where you could just come and say what you want to say. I will interject. Okay. Like now, you don't say Tinubu get first class. He didn't have first class. What he had was a diploma. Do you know what a diploma is? Whatever school you went to, it was a community college, not a university. Do you understand what a community college is?
You need to go and read more about Tinubu then.
All right.
There is dispute regarding his certification.
I know they talk about his certification. I'm talking about the school ain't go. You no get bachelor's. Now diploma I ain't get.
You can go and do your findings anyway.
All right, fair enough.
What I'm saying is that Tinubu started is a first class student. You can find that out. There is a dispute. People are disputing that he didn't go to Chicago State University. However, no one disputed that he worked for international organizations. You can't work for such organizations without being very good. I mean, it's very good.
Okay, you can say, listen, man. Listen. Wait, you don't have to have a first class to work in Deloitte. Stop making it look more better than what it really is.
Listen,
you don't need a first class to work in Deloitte. And by the way, in the US, they know they do first class.
You don't need just any certificate. You don't need just any certificate to work in Deloitte. To work in Mobile, you don't need just any certificate.
All right.
At the level where he's working.
All right.
Right? I'm just telling you his capacity.
My brother, I think what you're doing here, I think you're just a fanboy. You don't want to stick to facts. You just want the fan Tinubu, and which is okay, but I know they like those kind of things for here.
I'm not fanning.
All right. Let's stick to the topic and just keep it moving, please.
So Tinubu held Lagos State from 1999, building talents. Now, he held Lagos State during the time of Obasanjo. They tried as much as possible to take over Lagos State. They took over every other state, but he started building his political family. Now, when Buhari tried to become president, was unable to win the election, Buhari's party and all other political parties came to merge up with Tinubu's government, and they formed the party. They formed APC that took over power from Buhari. Now, during Buhari's regime, Tinubu was sidelined. Tinubu remained in the APC patiently.
Yes.
Remained in APC.
My brother, this story you want to tell us now, I don't think I'm very interested. No. I want to talk about I think all of us know this story. You know, we need a refresher.
Okay, now.
Let's go to the topic here.
I'm telling you this background.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this background information to know the kind of person Tinubu is.
Okay.
He was prepared for presidency 30 years before now. Now, when I look at Peter Obi and the rest, they were people that wanted presidency at all costs without having a particular structure in place to help them. Now, when Labour Party had problem, I expect Peter Obi really did something that I kept thinking, who is that man, who is that pastor or that alpha that did that for him? He was loved in 2023. If he had stayed in Labour Party when Labour Party was having problem, he was able to manage, because for you to manage Nigeria, you need to be able to manage people, complex people. Now, Peter Obi was unable to stay in Labour Party. He went to ADC, and then they are not organized. The set of people he went to join in ADC were the people as he probably said, they were the people that finished Nigeria, that took Nigeria to where it was. So Peter Obi was, to me, after power, he was not willing to start from somewhere. So APC, for example, even in this FCT election, APC took it as if they are doing a national election. They have a situation room where they see the results as it comes. An organization that is that has organized setting will always progress. It's just like when you have exams and you are preparing ahead of the exams, you always come out, successful. So, but the set of people that I see now in ADC, in those, they are just set of people that are not willing to sit down and plan and structure.
But this same set of people, are they not the same people that joined the APC in 2013, 14? Like the Amechi the El Rufai them.
The people that joined APC, that formed APC in 2013, they are not just the people, they are the political parties that came in, that came out to form that coalition.
Not necessarily. Yeah, you can argue that Tinubu was the political party. You can argue that Buhari was the political party, but Amechi was not the political party. Amechi was an individual.
Amechi came with the old PDP. No, he came as a PDP with the old PDP. Saraki came with the old PDP. Tambuwal came with the old PDP, and the old ANPP. The Abga, this man from Imo, came with Abga, the old Abga. All of them came as political parties, and then
not really. Rochas didn't come with Abga. No, he came as an individual.
Rochas was in Abga. He came with the structure. He has a structure in Imo. There's a structure of Abga that up till today is still APC. Up till today.
Yeah, I hear you. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you said these guys they came with the party. Again, like I said, Buhari came with the party, absolutely. Tinubu came with the party, absolutely. El Rufai didn't come with the whole of PDP. They were still PDP members. They were still ABGA members. So they came as themselves. You can say they came with their structure or whatever, right? But they didn't come with their party. Rochas didn't come with Abga. Abga was still, until this day, Abga still exists in Anambra State. So they didn't collapse it. Rochas is not like the top guy in Abga.
That was the only place it is still remaining up to today.
Before then, how many places was Abga holding in this whole of Southeast?
Okorocha came in. Didn't come in through APC now.
That is the point I'm still trying to make. Before then, how many states did Abga hold?
Yeah. They had Abga.
Yeah. And now they have one. So it's not like it collapsed completely, right?
Yeah, but at least if something divided into two, I mean, it's almost ending.
Fair enough.
PDP divided into like old PDP and the new PDP.
Fair enough.
Up to today, since that time, PDP was unable to hold itself together. Since that time.
Yeah.
However, for my own is that the set of politicians, the set of opposition politicians, I don't see them winning 2027 election. I don't see them winning 2027 election. Tinubu has prepared for 2031 already. But this set of politicians, they just want something that is just something fast to just get into power at all costs. And which, as it is, with the likes of the personality of Tinubu, it's difficult for them to take over power from him. And it's without even manipulation, without rigging, Tinubu will win landslide in 2027.
Fair enough. If you want to round up, or if that's your final submission, so that we can move forward. All right. Thank you, Mr. Fizu, for joining. And make una try understand the show, right? The show, it's not a one-way show. It has to be conversational. If it's just one person talking, it gets kind of boring. I maybe that's what you're used to, but sadly, nobody so with the runner for the Bia Palo podcast. We try to have conversations, interject here and there, and just try to not banter, but just try to debate some things. Like when you said Tinubu get first class, I don't know that Tinubu has a first class. And Mr. K, thank you for correcting me there. I made a wrong assertion that it was a community college. It was Chicago State University, and he graduated with a bachelor's. But it's not on record anywhere that he got a first class. And by the way, the US know they use first class. They use whether or cum laude, whatever. Which can be translated to first class. But we don't know that Tinubu graduated with a first class. You can love him, but when you start putting him more than what he is, he starts getting irritating to other people's ear, right? That's just the point. But I thank you, Mr. Fizu, for joining. I appreciate you. All right, we'll get to the queue in 1 second. We'll make an address on Facebook. Mr. Mohammed Idris Adedapo on Facebook says, you allow enough time to someone against APC, but give limited time to someone talking in favor of government. That's not true, my brother. That's false. That's not true. That's false. I try to be fair. And I only interrupt when I feel like I need to, in terms of like if I think someone is saying something false, I interject. And when someone they repeat himself multiple times, there's no point allowing you repeat yourself. It gets boring, right? So that's how the show is run. But I appreciate you, Mr. Mohammed, for pointing that out. But that's not true. All right. Let's go. Mr. Stardom Victor Appman, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. And is this your first time being here, Mr. Stardom?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stardom, for joining. Appreciate it. There's an echo somewhere. I don't know where that echo is coming from. Mr. Stardom, I don't know. Is there any other device that's making it echo?
No, I don't have any other device. I don't. Hold on 1 second. Let me use my earpiece. I'm speaking to you from the United States. I join you from there. Yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you for joining.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. And the echo is gone as well. Thank you. I can hear you. The echo is gone. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was using Bluetooth on my car because I'm driving. I have now changed to the earpiece.
I see.
Thank you.
I see. Thank you for joining. Yeah. All right. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to, because this is my first time. This is my first time joining you. Can you hear me?
My brother, we can hear you. We don't talk this one like 10 times.
Okay, I'm I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just go ahead. We can hear you.
It's my first time
No
joining.
problem. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much for setting up this to sensitize us. We really appreciate. Thank you for the good job that you are doing. But what's your name?
My name is Kachi.
Kachi, thank you very much. Anyway, I just want to make a couple of observations. Until I join you some other time, then I will have a lot to say. But what I want to say here is that Nigerians should bear our minds on making Nigeria better. And that has to start with the foundation. The political failure, the national crisis, the insecurity, economic crisis, everything that we have in Nigeria that is negative today starts from the beginning. And that is why we have the particular ruling class preparing a particular food for Nigerians to eat all the time, and we call it election. My own submission is that based on the political configuration in Nigeria from the moment up till today, you see that by whatever means, Tinubu is going to be the next president come 2027. Because we are talking about electoral reforms. We are talking about political parties from one party to the other. That has nothing to do with the solution to Nigerian political problem, because the system has already been set up like that from the beginning. What they call All Progressive Congress could be called All Protagonist Congress. All the people who have been the protagonists who have been running Nigeria from one hand to the other. It centers on one. It is the cabal located in the north, the Fulanis, who believe that Nigeria belongs to them. They set up everything, other ethnic groups and others, politicians, they join.
All right.
Go to make agreement with
Mr.
them.
Stardom, can we please bring this thought back to the topic, please?
Okay. I'm trying to tell you that Tinubu, whatever they call ADC, Labour Party, whatever, Tinubu is going to be the president because he belongs to that traditional group that has been ruling Nigeria. By crook or by foul, he's going to be the president. So if Nigerians want to change, they cannot wake up one day and change by changing political party from Labour Party, PDP to ADC. It has nothing to do with winning election. If Nigerians want to change and win election and allow a young Nigerian that is endowed with modern ideas to change Nigeria like every other political system, they should start with we should rock the boat. We should start from the foundation and take it from these people. Otherwise, they are going, like that guy said, Tinubu has already prepared for 2031. It is going to be like that, whether you like it or not. All the institutions, the judiciary institutions, the political institutions, and every institution is built around these few individuals.
And when you say we should rock the boat, what exactly are you referring to? When you say rock the boat, what exactly are you referring to?
To rock the boat is to change this system.
How do you change it, though? How do you change it?
How do it? Young Nigerians like you who has this idea to set up this, and we bear our minds on positive things to be done. If there are so many people setting up this platform, at the end of the day, the end should be there is no way you are going to wrestle power with these people and get it from them without touching the foundation of the system. See, we have national crisis, we have insecurity, we have economic failure, we have social decay, we have a lot of negativities going on in Nigeria. And then the government is still faring well. Tinubu campaigned that he was going to give Nigeria electricity. Where is electricity today? There's no electricity. So why can't Nigerians confront him seriously on giving us the power? Let Nigerian youth, let Nigerian revolutionaries get in the street and tell Tinubu we need electricity. We need this insecurity to end in Nigeria. And you are dining with bandits, dining with Boko Haram. What are you doing? That's what they should take him on, not to go and say we want to go and wrestle and change. Like one of the speakers said, and I agree with him. While by the present dispensation, Peter Obi will be the last person to be the president of Nigeria. He doesn't have the clout. He doesn't have it. The way he's run, he talks good. He talks about modern economic principles that would transform Nigeria, but he will not have the political clout to enter Aso Rock to take the presidency and change Nigeria.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mr. Stardom, if you want to round up so that we can move forward. Yeah, if you want to round up so that we can move forward, Mr. Stardom.
But let us prepare to confront him to do what he has to do to put Nigeria right. Okay?
All right. Is that your phone ringing?
Thank you very much. That's my submission.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Mr. Stardom. Appreciate it. We had a little bit of network issues there, but I appreciate you joining. All right. The next person on the queue here is Mr. D1D. Thank you for joining. Mr. D1D, are you here? Please unmute yourself. Let's hear your thoughts on this topic, please.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Cool.
Yeah, is this your first time?
Very first time talking on the
Okay,
line.
thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. All right.
I've been commenting anyway.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, let me start by saying this, that a lot of people think Nigeria is not developing or we're not growing. Bro, we are growing. I'm telling you. I've been around, I've been all over, probably some parts of the world, yeah? But I know what I'm talking about. I used to live in Ireland, yeah? About 20 years ago. If I tell you, Ireland developed more than the way we met Ireland. You know what I'm saying? But compare it to Nigeria, yeah, the way Nigeria is going, we are super, fast growing, like, you know. But a lot of people are condemning Nigeria. They call Nigeria zoo, they call Nigeria sort of names. It's not. Okay, let me leave that part, yeah? Now, I don't know why people are comparing Tinubu and Obi. I'm gratified, yeah? But we've seen what he has done and what he's doing, all right? But how can you be comparing Peter Obi and Tinubu? I don't know.
That's not the topic today, though, but I don't know why they would be comparing them. But if you want to bring it back to the topic, yeah.
Okay, let me come back to the topic.
Yes,
okay,
please.
Now, reference to the other guy that was talking about the election in Abuja, that he saw some people giving money to people, and he saw, is it, what do you call it, IRF being written, like, you know, it's all lies. You know what I'm saying? People, the observers are saying things went smoothly, nothing wrong there, like. Then another one, let me jump to this one, yeah? The way the Southeasterners are playing politics, yeah? My fear is not 2027. You know what? It's 2039. You know what I'm saying? Because definitely it's going back to the north after 2031. But you see that 2039, yeah, is coming back to the south. But where is it going to again? 2039.
All right. If I think you have a lot of thoughts, like a lot of things you want to share, right? But I try to structure my live sessions so that we stick to the topic. The Southeastern, Abuja no day for Southeast, Abuja day for North, North Central also, right? And that's where the elections were held. So do you have any thoughts on this? No. Like, APC winning 5 out of 6?
I've left Abuja. I'm only talking to the way the politics is being played from the Southeasterners. Obi is a good guy. I like him, yeah? But, I can't really compare Obi to Tinubu for now, but he's not going to win anyway. And Atiku won't win either. You know what I'm saying? Then let me tell you something, yeah? You see the way the Southwesterners are, yeah? You don't see them coming online anymore. you will be so dazed 2027 the way they're gonna vote Tinubu. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk anymore.
Fair
But
enough.
the way people are lashing people on
Fair
online
enough.
is too much.
We're not lashing anybody today, my brother. We're talking about this thing, and it doesn't seem like you have a lot of thoughts on this topic. But if you want to give us your final thoughts on this topic so that we can move forward, please.
Okay, I think I might submit here, like, that's all right. I'll keep listening to you.
All right. I appreciate you, Mr. D1. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the chat in 1 second here. We have Nikita. Nikita, thank you for being here. He says it's sweet to call Obi's name. I don't know why Obi name they sweet you, but they sweet me like that. Oh. Ajis Kopela, thank you for still being here. Nikita, still here. T-Papi, thank you for being here. Elo, thank you for being here. Let's see. Les Deprez, you're going to be next on the queue. Thank you for still being here, and thank you for your patience. I know you were here yesterday, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much. OJC, Etanlag, Mr. Etanlag, thank you so much for still being here. Oga K, thank you for still being here, my brother. All right, let's go here and see the people that are still here. State House, still there here. That name too strong for me. Oh. State House, are you really the State House? You come monitor what you do for your State House. State House, are you monitoring what we are doing here? Are you the sent to come see what you do for you? Mr. State House, Oga State House. All right, anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, let's get back to the chat, to the queue here. Oga Jamie, thank you for joining. Let me bring you up. Thank you for joining, Oga Jamie. All right. We'll get to you in a minute. Oga Jamie, thank you for being here. And Mr. Les Deprez, thank you so much for your patience. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
Thank you. Let me just reply to the previous person, because I do want to talk about this topic because it's important.
Yeah, and responses to people, they make us lose track.
No. It's just going to be short, please. It's just going to be short.
All right.
Please. I'm Igbo, right? 2039, right? Let it go to the Yorubas in 2039, the Southwesterners.
Yeah, you see, waiting on that. All this tribal stuff. I know they like my brother. Let's stick to the topic.
I'm not trying to do. Okay. My thing is, if a Southeasterner, right?
Yeah.
Like a president like Tinubu comes out, I swear I would never vote for him, right? My conscience, my integrity is way bigger than tribe. I don't care about tribe.
Fair
if
enough.
A candidate like Tinubu from my area came up, I would never vote for him. So let me just put that out there.
Fair enough.
Let me just speak about the elections. What we saw from the elections in Abuja, right? When you see the activities of what Wike was doing, right? Walking around, looking at what's going on, right? When you see allegations of thugs being led by police officers, or when you talk about Wike, right? Being part of the PDP, but actually using his position to ensure APC victory, right? It's very alarming to the electoral process of what Nigeria is really just trying to work on, right? When you see things like people's, like Senator Kalu, right? When he spoke about how he wants the elections to be taken. Senator Kalu is from Abia. I'm from Abia. When he says, I will not vote for, what's it called? I don't know how to pronounce it, how to say it, but electric transmission.
Okay.
Because my contingent, because we don't have connection from where I'm from. Isn't that a level of shame? Isn't there shame whenever you say something like that? Like, I cannot do electric transmission because where I'm from, we don't have connection, and you represent those people?
Yeah.
There's a level of shame that has to be there.
This guy's no get shame now.
Yeah, and he's from my state.
Yeah.
He is from my state, and I consider him as a sellout and a shame. And I will say it out loud. He's a sort of Igbo man that I would never want to be representing me. But when you see these things happen, when you see like physical, people using pens to change results on paper in 2026, Nigeria is dealing with these issues.
Yeah, let me show you the result I have here again. Make I try share 'em. This one looks clean. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to celebrate mediocrity or anything, but this one looks clean.
No, that one does look clean, right?
Okay.
But when you look into other ones, right?
Yeah,
When you look into other ones, we're still dealing with this issue.
absolutely.
We're still dealing with people using money to buy votes. And as the previous person has said, right? Mainly the middle class and the rich people did not come to vote, right? And poor people came to sell their votes. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means in terms of the poverty in Nigeria? Do you know what that means for the country that we're leaving your children? Do you know what that means, that the sort of what's the word I'm looking for? That the only way that they that they can put food in their belly is by selling their vote? That has to be alarming. There has to be a sense of alarm for that. Right?
Yeah.
So again, right? To me, again, this is not about tribe. This is not about religion. This is not about anything to that. I just want Nigeria to work. If it's a Northerner, if it's a Yoruba person, if it's an Igbo person, and that I believe that has the competence to do that, I will vote for that person wholeheartedly. Because when I hear Nigerians speak, almost all the Nigerians I've heard speak before me, they were only talking about mainly one thing, and that is politics. Politics. Not governance, but politics. And I think Nigerians, we as a people, we learn from our lessons. We learn from our lessons. Just like Akpabio said, oh, snake verum should be in all the hospitals until that person was unalived by a snake. That's when you want to put the cure. Prevention is better than cure. But we Nigerians, we learn through lessons. And we're going to learn through lessons.
And I think for the most part, most countries, as advanced as they are too, I think they learn through lessons too. Like let's take for instance the let me say the Empire State Building, right?
Exactly.
When they wanted to build it, there were some things that they learned along the way. Even though they took account of say hurricane, they come from a hurricane, they come. They learn through these things and prevent it. But I hear you, and some disasters could happen as well. And then they go back and say, okay, if we had like some buildings now in maybe Florida, they've updated their building codes to make the bottom of the basement to like the lower floor to be only garages, and then the people live from the top floor, right? So things go happen before you go learn, right? For the most part, that's how we learn. For the most part, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So like as we talk about the strategists, as we talk about the situation rooms, let's talk about our Nigerian government paying millions of dollars to rescue people that was kidnapped by Boko Haram. Why don't we talk about governance rather than talking about strategy? Why don't we talk about the people who are suffering selling their votes? Why don't we talk about the police who are leading thugs to beat up people?
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about governance and how this country is being governed rather than strategy? Because that's what Nigerians seem to be addicted with. They seem to be addicted with tribe. They seem to be addicted with religion, when wholeheartedly that hasn't led the country anywhere.
Absolutely. And today's topic, I believe if we had a different topic, I believe most people would have chimed in on those, like insecurity, all that good stuff. But today's topic, it's not politics. So most people will talk about politics.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I hear you.
Yeah. So let's just go back to FCT.
Yeah.
This direction that the country is going in terms of like how this election is being ran is extremely dangerous. And I say this as someone who doesn't support Tinubu, but I say this as to people who are supporting Tinubu. Imagine you at the other side of this. Would you accept this? Would you accept someone telling you, no, we cannot do electric transmission to for elections? Just imagine the dangers of this. Yes, you're at the winning side of this, but there's going to be one day you are going to be at the other side.
Yeah.
So it's really important for Nigeria to get this right. Even if Tinubu wins fair and square, I'll be like, fine, he won fair and square. Me, I can vote in America. I voted for Kamala Harris. Donald Trump won. I'm like, fine, he won fair and square. I can live with that. But this is a dangerous track that we are going on. And it's so crazy that Nigerians don't see this.
Yeah.
Some people see this as emotional blackmail. Some people see this as tribalism. Some people see this as weaponizing religion. I need Nigerians to think. Think about the direction where you're leaving this country. Most of you guys have kids. Think about the country you're leaving with your kids.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about a thing. I live in the States. I make pretty good money. My kids don't have to deal with this.
Fair enough.
But
if you want to round up so that we can move forward, Mr. Leslie Perez,
yeah. So I say this as a concerned Nigerian who has been raised in the diaspora, who doesn't like the direction where my country is going.
Yeah.
This is a bad track. So again, hey, listen, kudos to APC. They won, fine, fair and square, great. But let's just move away from politics and let's talk about the governance. Let's stop about the religious and the strategizing tribe nonsense, and let's talk about the governance. Let's talk about where the direction where this country is going.
Yep.
So please, again, right? Listen, and let me just answer this question. Let me just answer this person, and I'll end it here. Dave Umahi, Charles Saludo are not Igbo men that I will vote for. God forbid. I do not support them, and I would never support them. I support competence above tribe. I support competence above religion. I don't care about any Southeastern running for president. So please, let's just focus on governance. That's all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Leslie Perez. Thank you. And maybe I'm confused on this electronic transfer or transmission, but this Abuja election we didn't do, they see almost all this thing. They send them for IREV. I'm seeing everything there. Like, I don't know how many polling units they have, but I'm seeing a lot of polling units being uploaded into IREV. You know, so I don't know. It says total submitted results, 1315 out of 1401. So a good, over at least 90% of the results were submitted or uploaded to the IREV. So I don't know. That means the IREV, they work now. That means the electronic, this thing is working. That's what it means, right? This is the electronic transfer, right?
So I say this as someone who has seen other elections take place, right? The way the IREV takes place is that
are we allowed also to contribute?
Ati Tebi, it will get to your turn, turn by turn. It's still somewhat his time. Let him just round up with this so that we can move forward. But Mr. Leslie Perez, if you want to,
I'll wrap it up here.
Wrap it up with that.
So just take a screenshot of the paper, and you can see that, like, just as you've done, right? They took a screenshot of the paper and they upload it on IREV, right? And that's how they do their elections. That's how elections are done, rather than just transmitting electronically one respective vote. That's all. But no, they want to take a picture and send a sheet of paper where it can be edited. That's just my own concern about how the whole elections took place.
Fair enough. But my understanding of the IREV is that EC8 form, they take a picture and it goes to the IREV. Once it's on the IREV, nobody can use pencil and start erasing it on the IREV. I think that's how the transmission is. That's how they designed it to work.
Yeah,
but anyway,
okay.
Yeah,
I ran out of time.
Let's not debate on that one. Make we move forward because I have at least one more hour to be here before I call it a day. So let's try to get to the other people who are here. But the Facebook and YouTube people, again, if you guys want to join, please feel free to come on TikTok at the Bia Paulo Podcast. You'd see me there and request, and we'll bring you up here and you can share your thoughts. All right, Mr. Ajisco Pella, let's hear your thoughts on this topic.
Oh, Bia Paulo, thank you. So this is the first election after Tinubu's presidency so far, right? And
Okay.
I think the most people that that have been speaking, they have been complaining about how Obi doesn't have structure and there's no structure in ADC, and that is a lazy argument. And they being biased because quote unquote they support Tinubu. You would remember that state politics and local government elections are not the same as federal elections, right? More people are more interested in the presidency compared to local government because they don't believe that the local government plays any role in their life. Most Nigerians are not politically educated about how government works. They don't understand the three levels of government, even to the point of a House of Assembly, the Senate. They do not care about those things. They believe governorship and presidency, that is the way to go. This same federal territory that we're talking about, Obi won this state the last election, landslide. And again, if you're saying Obi doesn't have structure, a man came from nowhere, made Labour Party as popular as it is today in Nigeria. Most Nigerians, everybody knows Labour Party. Before Obi came, Labour Party was there, but it was not as popular as it is in today's political climate. The man made the party popular. He gave them a governor. Labour Party was able to elect senators into the Senate. Labour Party was able to elect House of Assembly members in Lagos State, a state that they claim that Tinubu controls. So if you're saying the man doesn't have structure, how was he able to do all of that with the support that he had? Obviously, he has structure. President Tinubu lost Lagos State to Obi.
I think when people say he doesn't have structure, I think it's kind of an objective statement. Structure in terms of, again, like some people were saying he didn't have polling agents in this election in Abuja, but I found out that that's actually false because I've been going through all the EC8 forms, most of the EC8 forms, and I noticed that I saw people there. So that one has come out to be false. But you get the point. The structure is pretty much having polling unit agents on ground, on if not 1,000 polling units there for Nigeria. You have 1,000 men on ground, or men and women on ground to be there as your polling agents. So that's part of the structure. Having a situation room, that's part of the structure. That's what they mean. Unless I don't understand them, but I think that's what they mean.
Okay, if that's the argument, it would not be Obi not having political structure himself. It would be the party not having structure, because the party would be the ones actually putting those agents there. It's not just Obi doesn't own the party, unless we want to turn this party into a totalitarian party whereby it's one man. The way Tinubu is rolling APC now, everybody on your mandate we shall stand. So if that's the type of politics they want to play, then that's fine. But having said that, we've seen that the man is able to mobilize people, is able to energize people. People are more interested in politics in today's climate since Obi came, compared to say, let's just allow them win and go. 2023 election was an eye-opener for people where they saw that if you actually go there and vote and wait for your vote to count, your vote would count. So if you don't take the easy way out of the lazy man statement of they were already rigged, they would rig already, so no need to vote, just sit at home, then you're giving them the option to actually rig. But if I'm standing there, it will be more harder for them to rig. So why not just give them that extra work? So if you really want to rig, put in the work. So I won't just give you the ability for you to just rig and be at home. Then it's easy for you. Okay, I come, nobody is there. Everybody, okay, just thumbprint. Now I'm here with my camera and I'm live streaming the election. Now you were thinking twice before you're ready to steal the ballot, or before you want to give somebody money to buy their vote. You were thinking twice because you don't want to be online tomorrow and say this was the guy. You know what I mean? That's shame. Yeah. So if you leave that vacuum, obviously the bad guys are gonna take over. But if you give them more pressure, that's the way human beings are. All of us, we have how they go put and pass. You just be like, man, when be like, say they shit on the wife, then the wife just relax, say, okay, men go be men. They call guys, say, oh, guy, hey, you don't close from work. Where they come out? So if you give the man some more chance, even if you don't give him a chance, he go find way shit. Can't be person where you give chance. Say, okay, make it go cheap for beer parlor, they drink pepper soup, they chop kwab. You can't see one girl for corner. And that's so politics be. So is that you play?
So your point is that the loss on this FCT election, what you just hold, your point now say it somewhat inconsequential. Maybe that I'm putting words into your mouth by saying inconsequential, but at least now how I try process them. You're saying this one, no, they're very important. It's just a local government election because a lot of Nigerians don't pay a lot of attention to stuff like this. And to your point, which I agree, Obi won the FCT, I believe, in the last general elections, and Lagos as well. So your point is that this one not too day important. Is that your point?
Yeah, half and half. So I would say it's not important in the sense that most people didn't even know this election was coming up. You know, until Wike started doing his whole running around, going to lobby this and this, then people started seeing it on that, okay, oh, this is what's going on in Abuja. And it's just one location as at now. Obviously, like most people have been criticizing ADC that they have not really put up their front runners. So we don't even know who's coming up for ADC, which is a good point for them saying, okay, we don't know. But once they come up with that point, wherever they pick, me, I'm not even an OB type of guy. I'm more of a Sowore type of guy. You know what I mean? Ideologically, because most of the times when you hear people say they don't have opposition, there's no opposition in Nigeria. There's no political parties. There's no political ideology. You can't say this man is a libertarian or this person is a socialist. They don't have that type of ideology. So it's all over the place. Whoever is ruling the party, whoever is in power, people tend to go to that political party. APC today was once ACN, and then they switched the name and people were moving here and then now APC is PDP, Wike is here, this one is here. So there's no difference between the political parties. You know what I mean? In terms of what is your ideology, what do you stand for? Are you for big government? Are you for small government in the day-to-day life of the citizens, right? So
fair enough. Let me deviate and ask you about Sowore, because I don't know anything about Sowore's policies or anything, or even his ideologies. I just see him as someone who's just out there every election. He go just carry himself, come out the contest, in the contest for presidency and stuff, right?
More of a rebel kind of guy.
All right, let's hear about you, because you've said he's the only one that sort of has a ideology. What is Sowore's own ideology in politics?
Yeah, I would say he's more of a liberal type of candidate, whereby he believes that fine, the country itself is in chaos, but he believes that government should play a big role in the lives of Nigerians, whereby nationalization of natural resources. Most of the industries that we have, you tend to see private owned companies dealing with, like in the petroleum industry now. We don't have our own refineries today. You see Dangote having his own. That one is a problem of his own. If you look at the shareholders and the people that own that refinery, it's chaotic. So Nigerians are proud and saying, oh, we have one Nigerian that own a refinery, but it's not the case, right? So Sowore is more of a nationalize this natural resources, let the citizens benefit from these resources, which I don't think is a bad ideology. If you're going to start with a country like Nigeria, whereby the citizens they've taken everything away from the citizens. Imagine you trying to now tax the people that you've taken everything away from. You've not given back. You know what I mean? You've not really given back, and then you want to tax the people now. So that's the problem. Atiku, on the other hand, Atiku is more for the same thing. He wants to privatize everything. He came out and was doing campaigns of trying to privatize all the refineries in the country, trying to do more privatization, which is a problem again. You have to bring this thing back home. You have to nationalize everything that the people own. From there, we can move forward and then say, okay, if the people decide to say, okay, now this is not working for us, we want to change, then we can change. Other than that, I would not support any candidate that doesn't come up with a political ideology for me just because.
Fair enough.
I've listened to Sowore, and that's where he comes from.
Fair enough.
But most of the time, he comes more as an activist, and he's more. Nigerians go say he's more gra with his own style. So that's why most people don't resonate with his style, but they see him as a political activist. I think that's the problem.
Fair enough. So let me bring it back to the topic, and then we can move forward. But with the way the elections went on Saturday, would you agree, at least say it's not a good look on the ADC, because at least PDP even win one seat, right? Would you at least agree, say it's not a good look on the ADC? Would you agree that this was sort of a test and they failed this test? Would you agree that It's not a good look.
I would say no. I don't think so, because most people don't care about Abuja in any way. They believe the president is in Abuja, so Abuja is controlled by the president. So what is the need for? I mean, that's not a key state per se. You know what I mean? In terms of, okay, is this gonna? There's no governor in Abuja.
There is a minister. The minister kind of acts like the governor,
yeah, but
right?
that one is appointed now. Like anybody that goes there can appoint the minister. There's no governor there, so like there's no. It's not like Lagos State. If this was Lagos State and then they did an election, by-election, whereby there was landslide, APC all over the place, you know, they was like, okay, yes, the man has taken back his state.
Yeah.
But this is Abuja, for crying out loud. That's like, you know, that's the federal capital.
All right. Last question, and then we move forward. But if this election was held in Lagos, at least Lagos is a state, they have an elected governor. If this election was held in Lagos and the result came out like this still, would you agree that they failed that test?
Yes, I would say ADC has, there's a bad look for them, because then this is a major state that most people, and they won, quote unquote, the coalition, or like the quote unquote front runner of ADC now is LP is in ADC now. So if they lose the state that he won previously, that would be a bad look for them, definitely.
Absolutely. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Ajis Kopela, for joining the Beer Parlor podcast. I appreciate you, and thank you. But I forgot to ask you, is this your first time joining on here?
No, I was the one that called somebody chronic tribalist on your platform when you were dying that day. But I mean, you meet a lot of people.
I meet a lot of people, so yeah. Appreciate you though for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Ajis Kopela. Yeah. And we have Oga Jamie. Oga Jamie, thank you for joining. Oga Jamie, let's hear your thoughts on this topic, man. Appreciate you.
Beer Parlor podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother. At the risk of sounding like a sympathizer of the status quo, I will just acknowledge that the election was conducted, results were announced, and of course, reactions are expected. Different reactions are expected.
Yep.
So there were 6 seats, and then, but interestingly, I think I have a little bit of what decides Abuja politics. So the thing there is that, you know, previous speakers like said something about Abuja is not important. Abuja is important because when you see the pattern, I'll take you to Senate elections because every party fields Senate. It's usually very commonplace that the party in power struggle in Abuja. You understand? Because whatever thing that, and is a cosmopolitan, he has a lot of ethnic setting, you know. People have moved into Abuja different. We cannot really say who controls the majority in Abuja because different tribes have moved in there. But for local election, Senate election is kind of different from this one they conducted. Local election, the intricacies there is something that is very, very different. There is the original people of Abuja, which is the Gwari people. Granted that the land was acquired, they were compensated, in quote, they were relocated, in quote, and all that. They are the majority settlers in Abuja, or people living in Abuja. Most of the speakers might concentrate in the urban areas of Wuse to Maitama, Asokoro, and all that. But by the time you go into, if you are doing AMAC election, for instance, if you go to a place called Kabusa, if you see the kind of population that comes there, you would draft these big cities. And who are the people there? They are the Gwari people. I don't know what I call them properly. They are the Gwari people.
Where so is it Gwari as in from that word, Gwarimpa?
No, yeah, okay, yeah, like Gwarimpa, the first 5 letters.
Yeah.
Gwari people. So those people, they've taken turn, you know, they've sat back to like make this political consciousness among them to make a demand. So for those who are sitting down in Lagos or wherever, sitting down to criticize the outcome of the election, the first thing you should have asked, who did the parties field as the candidate? If you field somebody against a Gwari person, trust me, you are not going to win the election. I'll give you a breakdown. For the last Senate election before he lost, there's one guy called Philip Aduda. Philip Aduda was a senator for for Abuja FCT from 2011 to 2023. He was like a permanent senator. He's a Gwari man. The guy was, the two people were the members of House of Reps, they were Gwari people. So how do I know this? I worked sometime in Abuja, and our driver was getting married. A driver in my department was getting married. So I attended that wedding. It wasn't in one big event center. It was in a local school. And the boy, I didn't know the power that boy had until I went for that wedding. All the public office holders, all the elected officials of Gwari origin, they were in that wedding from the beginning till the end. So to me, that was a big statement of how the people are united. If you feel like King Ibe now is the senator for which party?
LP, I think.
PDP. No, LP, yes.
Yeah, that lady, right? Yeah.
She's not going to win the next election, rigging or no rigging. There's no two ways about it. The Gwari people will regroup. They'll come back like they did for Aduda. You understand? So there are dynamics for this election, local election. And then, like I said, I discussed with you the other day, election in Nigeria, whether you like it or not, are determined by the TRM. I mentioned that TRM yesterday, and the first one is what I'm talking about. T represent tribe, R represent religion, M represent money. You are not wishing it away. You can't wish it away. It's always there. And then when you want to use the model of America, you use America as a model, you are also misguided. Like the second to the last speaker, he was using America as a model. America, there was vote buying. You can't. I live in America, and people read about the last election, the involvement of the world richest man in particular battleground states. Everybody, I mean, it was an open thing, where the man even happened to have known the result before election was concluded. So it's just like, it's not everything that you know that there's some fight you know you are not going to win the fight, you are only going to hit the polity. That is why the Democratic Party did not follow that line. So naturally, I know that the party in power might want to influence the outcome of the election by way of, but they mobilize, they talk to people, call it vote buying and all that. So if you are in opposition, the first thing you should also realize is like you match candidates who are going to win your election, local candidates who are going to win the election. Where you don't do that, you are playing like -1 the game. You are going to be back against the wall and stuff. So that is what I know. I'm speculating too, because I was not in Abuja when this election was conducted, but I'm using my experience, over previous elections.
I think you're correct. The very first speaker here, I forget his name now, but the very first speaker here said the same thing, and he pointed it out clearly. I think he even called their names. He said everybody that APC fielded was from Abuja, was from that area, except one person, and that one person that they fielded from some other place, that's the person that lost. So I think you're correct, and it makes a lot of sense. If you want to field people for an election, you have to field them from the place of, that place. Abuja, you go find Abuja people, field them. But yeah, I hear you, my brother.
The people are like marginal. They feel themselves. They are. What is this word they use for minorities? They feel that they are. And again, they don't only live in Abuja. They stretch up to Niger and the rest of the places. Nothing stops them from migrating in to do election and go back. They are mostly in farmlands. So they have the population to determine vote. So if you hold them, and again, this is what I mean, Abuja, even weaker as is not a head they touch. So he cannot go to their settlement and he cannot go into their settlement and do what? And demolish houses. They would demolish houses around a particular area, and they will mark out.
Okay, Jamie, unfortunately, TikTok is saying that you've had some misinformation. I believe now that richest man where you talk, but unfortunately would have to drop you. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Naime can like when I talk, when I go things, I just know Naime can like involve American, conflict American issues with our issues. I like make we stick to our issues. But yeah, they heard it, my brother. They hear you, they say, no, go there. Boy, you are making a lot of sense. I totally agree with you. The Abuja The other guy, I forget his name now, but he made the same assertion that, they fielded people from other areas. Like somebody, I think he said they fielded somebody from Imo State, even somebody from Benue State. It doesn't tell good, right? It doesn't tell good. But anyway, thank you so much, Oga Jamie. Hopefully we can bring you up another time. But I know what made in stress this my account while I use the pastime for TikTok. So appreciate you. All right. They say guest in your life has violated our misinformation policy. Repeated violations by your guests may lead to restrictions on your access to multi-guest live features. We don't want that to happen, I believe. Make we enjoy Biapalo as it be. Make we no go bring restrictions come. But I appreciate you, Mr. Jamie. All right. Let's go to A-Town Lag. You've had some thoughts. I believe you requested to come clear some things, right? So let's hear you, Mr. A-Town Lag. Boy, you go there very brief so that we'll go move to the next caller. Yeah.
Definitely, I'll be very brief. I just wanted to, because there's this continuous issue as far as this election is concerned, as far as electronic transmission. What I just wanted to say is, this idea that to favor the ruling party is wrong. I mean, what's to say that they themselves cannot actually rig the electronic, mandatory transmission? But most importantly, if every party has their own agent at each polling location, and you sign and you have your own copy of the results, I don't understand. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Then how are they going to rig it? When you go to your situation room and you collate your numbers, you have evidence that you can use to challenge it in court. Whether you transmit it, whether it's mandatory electronic transmission or not, how would they possibly rig it? The only way they were able to do that the last time was because you didn't have agents in all locations, and any location you don't have people, they can change it. If you have agents, there's no, this argument about electronic, we're not even ripe for it, even if we did do it, because all we're doing is transmitting the result that they wrote on paper.
Yeah.
So if they can change the physical paper, why wouldn't they be able to change the electronic results that was sent?
I think that one will just make it tedious. I think it just makes it tedious. Just like the other guy in the talk, he said, even if your husband they cheat, go allow make it just the cheat like that. You go stress and small now, I guess it just makes it a little bit tedious, right?
Yeah. So I just think people are really not addressing the main issue. I think what some people are actually thinking is not even that transmission. Some people are thinking it's electronic voting.
Yeah.
Because that's not what we do in Nigeria. Yeah. People are mixing it up and they're being sentimental about this issue. It's still the paper that we're writing.
Yeah.
It's still Beavers or whatever takes your whatever. It's still manual, this thing that we're doing. We're not doing electronic voting. So some people are thinking, electronic. And to be honest with you, even if we do get to that stage, how do we know that they cannot hack and rig this thing? Why do we think that somehow the ruling party that you claim can rig physical copies will not have the means to rig electronic copies? So I just wanted to clarify that out, that yes, this idea that some people just, they like it this way because it pays them is wrong. It's just because this for us right now, this is the best way we can do it. But most importantly, we can eliminate these questions if everybody has their own polling agents there. You have your copies, you collate, and if the numbers are different by a certain margin that affects the end result, then they say it's rigging. But if it doesn't affect it, they change 2 or 3 votes. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Appreciate that.
I said I won't take too much time. So
thank you,
I'll go up now.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to round up the show, so we're just gonna go through everybody and just keep the conversation moving. All right, let's go. Mr. Savvy, thank you for joining again, Mr. Savvy. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I think my brother have made a point. This issue of electronic voting or electronic transmission, you can't really transmit real time. All of us have acknowledged that. And the second point is even if we go into total biometric voting also, people will also complain that, my biometric was rejected. I couldn't vote. Or I voted, but the machine cancelled, made my vote ineligible. Therefore, it was done by the ruling party. Because you might thumbprint, and at the end of the day, your thumbprint maybe was in the middle of 2 parties or so, and then the machine rejected it. So yeah, back to the Abuja issue. There's one thing is, I think the local government chairmen in Abuja were doing well, especially the ones from AMAC. We've seen where some even Igbo traders were actually saying, look, we are voting for this guy because he has been working since he was elected the previous time. So we are voting for his re-election. Most of these people don't care whether it is in the APC or what, but they care about the performance of the guy. That is why they re-elected him back into office. So that is the thing. And again, the ADC, they really don't have, the indication don't show that they will win the 2027 election, because most of these elections are based on the same people. For example, you article when there will be another people. If you can't convince people to say, despite even if these people were working, my own party will do better. My own representative will do better. You will not be able to convince them. That shows that people on ground also, it will be, because whenever we talk about this, and people will say, oh, it is not the politicians that vote, it is the people. The people on ground, we've seen it that they voted, and up to today, the ADC have not been able to have a very common ground to say, okay, I'm giving Obi ticket or I'm giving Atiku ticket, and as obedient, I'm supporting. They are still fighting to say, if you give it to Atiku, we'll vote for APC. And then the other people say, if you give it to Obi, we'll go for APC. So it shows that the indication on a common ground shows that the APC will win the 2027 election. It doesn't matter whether we have sentiment or not, but what we are seeing on ground today shows that the ADC will never have a candidate that all the coalition will support. If you give a ticket to Atiku, there are some obedient that will go for Tinubu. And if you give the ticket to Obi, there are some people in the ADC or Atiku's camp that will go for Tinubu. And then Tinubu also already have his own raw followers and supporters. So that is a plus to them and a minus to any of the parties. Because if you convert one vote to your own and minus it from the other person, you're already losing two. Because you give the other person support and you lose a supporter. So that is how it goes. So the indication shows that ADC, unless maybe they bring their candidate before maybe 6 months, before 6 months or 7 months of the election, so that they can now agree on wanting to say, okay, we want to stay in one party, or we don't want to stay in one party. But whichever way, the indication shows that the APC will win the 2027 election.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Savvy. And Mr. Rilson, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. And thank you, Mr. Savvy, for keeping it brief. Appreciate it. I won't end the live, so I appreciate you guys for considering my time. And Mr. Rilson, let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, I like that we are starting to talk about trust but verify, right? This whole idea that if your husband cheats, make sure you verify that where he's going, whether he's at the beer parlor or whatever, even though you kind of figured out what he's doing. But that's the good idea, is that just strengthens our democracy. Is the idea that everybody has to really participate. And this is for a guy, and I've said it before on this platform, I'm a supporter of Tinubu and the APC, but I actually like this kind of debate that we're having in this room. I do think it's disingenuous when people say that automatically there's rigging when just because your guys lose, right? That's when
within every opposition they do now. Every opposition they do with that. That's what it be.
That's what it be. That's what it be. But there's also a few things I wanted to comment on that you guys were discussing, which is one, the gentleman who brought up the idea that, the kind of people that showed up at the voting poll were low, poor people, and so that's why they could easily be, their votes could be bought or something like that. And first off, they are citizens, right? So let's forget about anything. These people are citizens and they came out to vote. So we should be happy about that. And why did the middle class or upper middle class not show up to vote, right? Because they thought that it was either they thought that it was not inconsequential, or they actually thought that the candidates are doing pretty well, or fine enough, right? But these people said that let me come out and let me make my voice heard, whether it be that they were bots. Now, so I don't like that statement when you say, it was low, poor people that showed up. Because generally, they're the ones who show up to most elections. If you are in Nigeria, if
if you really look at it.
True.
And then the other element I really liked about this conversation, so just wanted to point out, was that, you know, when we're talking about how ADC did not field candidates that were from that specific area, or who had strengths in the when it comes to the tribes that live in that region. One thing people need to understand is this: that when you are going to be creating a political party, nobody's saying that it should be a political party of one specific tribe or one specific group of people. They're saying that you should be about an ideology. We all agree on something, but we can find people of each tribe that stand for that thing, right? So ADC should be fielding candidates in the north that agrees with their philosophy, but they are northerners, right? They are core northerners, right? So you should not be somebody who migrated from Enugu to Kaduna, and that person is the person you're going to field for ADC. No, that looks like one kind of an Igbo party or something like that. So you don't want, that's not what it should be about. It should be about the fact that we both agree that, oh, the way Nigeria is going is not sustainable. We want to change the course. We want to improve Nigeria because the current power that be is not doing the right thing. That should be the focus. I mean, even here, I mean, since I don't want to use the name of the country that I'm in because of the way they flag this year thing, even here, local governments most times are not partisan. I mean, you know this, right? You know, in your local council, the elected council members are not. You don't indicate whether you are a Democrat or you're a Republican. You just basically say you're running for Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 3, and you feel you run. So that's, I mean, I know Nigeria's going to get there one day. One day we'll get to the point where local elections in local wards would not be partisan, because that's actually kind of makes it more about who can make things better. You can now be a little bit more philosophical about how you want to govern the whole nation on a more state to national level, right? That's the approach. But I really think that this election was well executed. I think this is an indication that APC is going to win in next year, and I'd love to see that happen. But I like putting them on their toes, though. Like, it's good that we're putting them on our toes. And I also like the fact that PDP was the one party that won that outlier, because to me, you need strong oppositions, and I think PDP is still the only one that really kind of does have a national framework and can still be revived. All of this jumping from LP to ADC, non-entities, you're not going to be able to fight the juggernauts. You have to have somebody who is PDP is like a sleeping giant. PDP is one you can still revive. Just pumps a little blood into them, give them a little bit of training. You exercise them, their body will come up. They'll be able to fight APC. But ADC, that is the fragmentation of people's imaginations. It's not going to work. Anyways, that's my submission.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. All right, Mr. Tunde X, you're going to be our last caller for tonight. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic, and we'll call it a day. Now, I appreciate everybody who's been here. Mr. Savi, Max Pilano, even though he carried Biafra this thing for head. Thank you for joining. Nosri Kratos, Mr. K, thank you for still being here. Seg Sabes, Nosiri Kratos, appreciate all of you for being here. People's Nation, appreciate you for being here. Prince Demo, Charles Oloho, Nora Locks here, Arena 62, Leventis, MDD, Ola, Kehinde, Adewale, Babies J, TJ NGCA, thank you for being here. Olasik, thank you for being here. Dr. Solomon, Brozimo, Ashake Fab, Cheesy K, Oga K, I greet you, thank you for being here. Ago Sunday, Romanos, Okolo, Abubakar, Sanko. The Facebook people, it doesn't list it the way TikTok lists it. Otherwise, I got to read on that name. Facebook and YouTube. Unfortunately, it doesn't list the names like TikTok. TikTok is better, but I appreciate you guys, Facebook and YouTube, for being here. Appreciate it. All right, Mr. Tunde X, let's hear your thoughts on this topip.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. And is this your first time on the show?
No.
Oh, okay. No. All right. Thank you for coming back. Appreciate it.
Yes, the truth is the dynamics of Nigerian politics changed last election. What do I mean by that? Before now, some regions in Nigeria vote based on what do you have to offer? Who are you? Tribe comes last. But you know that last year election, I was busy shouting that, guys, calm down. What you are doing now, you don't know the level of damage.
Yeah.
It sounds, when you look at a whole tribe, a whole state, telling them that you believe because they have the highest number of professors, you believe this and this, so they are this. You don't talk that way. We have in Nigeria, we have over 176,846 polling units. How many polling units do you have agents? Like where I voted, they only have, then I was still in Nigeria, they only have agents in the town, in the cities. And in Ondo State, I stand to be corrected. I have voted there, I stayed there for more than 15 years. I know what I'm saying. 70% of the vote comes from the rural area. The city don't vote. They buy for it to watch TV, TVC news. They don't vote. The politicians know this. As a matter of fact, they stop going for debate, because when you go for debate, those who analyze the debate, they will not come and vote, but they will still reduce the number of votes you are supposed to get by giving analysis of telling people the analysis of what has happened on the TV. They stop going for the last debate we have in Ondo State for any winning governor was Mimiko's regime. Others refused going because they saw it that, okay, those who even listen to this debate, most of them will not come and vote. Why going there to lose more votes? They stop going for debate. Now, you don't have agents in all units. You are saying structure. My brother, let's leave APC apart. If Tinubu did not contest in APC last election, he has a structure. And I will tell you why I say so. Back then in Ondo State, apart from the party structure, they have the Tinubu movement in all states, all local governments. Now, the party has their party member in every polling unit. Tinubu movement has its own party member in every polling unit. You now have two. That is structure. You have somebody, okay, even if you bribe the party member, polling representative, will you still be able to bribe the movement? Now we're talking of electronic voting, electronic display of results. The fact is, the best and the most secure system is the one we are practicing. You have your situation room. Before the announcement of results, every party knows if they won the election or they lost the election.
I wouldn't call it the best. I would say it's the most secure in terms of you can all like hack it, but the best, I don't know.
Why I say it's the best. We don't trust ourselves in Nigeria. So as long as we don't trust ourselves, as long as that is still there.
It's not about trust, my brother. We've seen EC8 forms where then they cancel, they rewrite. That one no be trust. And human being, they do it.
That's what I'm saying. If they can do that, you are now talking of electronic where who is to design it, who has the back-end codes, who has the operation. See, you can input it in your presence, yeah?
All right.
And
so
at the back end,
my idea of this,
edited.
Yeah, I think the idea of this electronic, I think a lot of people get it confused. The idea of the electronic is that EC8 form, the physical one, they'll take a picture and upload it to the IREF. That's just the electronic. There's nothing else to it. It's just that. So the people are now saying at least we have a two-way, some sort of two-way authentication. The one on the IREF and then the physical one. If you compare it and it matches, then you know it's correct. That's just what it is, right?
The question is, while the agents are filling the forms, they have right to take a copy of it, physical copy, and a snap picture of it. If you are authenticating the picture, which can be edited, you don't trust the physical copy you have, which is an evidence. So the noise of electronic voting is just a diversion to me. It's just a diversion, because if you are trusting something that can edit on the internet, you are not trusting the one you have, the physical one you have that I cannot take from you, I cannot edit from you. Then we are only deceiving ourselves.
Fair enough.
The election in FCT, I knew before they even voted. When I saw the list of those who were put out, I was just laughing. I said, now, do you take people for a ride? After the last election, you are the same set of people that were insulting people. Now you see people have not understand now that okay, it's better even if it's my person, even if it's not going to perform. That's what happened, played out. Even if it's not going to perform, at least I know it's my person. And some of them did well. That was why they were returned back. They were returned back. And lastly, let me close by saying the turnout for the election was poor. The turnout was poor. Having 30-something votes in a whole unit of where you have about 1,000 registered voters. The turnout was poor.
And some of them were actually zero, like zero all through. You just see only one. I was going through the EC8 forms, so yeah.
It's to tell you that people just like let them do the voting. And if as of that, opposition cannot take advantage of that, then I don't see them making a scratch, not making an impact, or making a scratch in the next election. Thank you.
Fair enough. And thank you, Mr. Tunde, for keeping it brief. I appreciate it. And with that, we're going to call it a day today. I appreciate everybody who come today. We have to keep talking about our politics and all this good stuff, right? It might seem like we're just talking, but, at least we're not just here fighting ourselves, bantering ourselves. We are having civil conversations, debating, and all that good stuff. This is how, in my opinion, we can change this space, our political space. In my opinion, I might be naive. You can call me naive. I go take them, but that's what I imagine them, But anyway, I thank you, everybody that came on today and came on stage as a guest to share their thoughts and their opinions. I appreciate it. And me, I don't learn one thing. I always learn one thing every time I come on here. Like I learned that the candidates that were fielded by the ADC, they weren't local people. They were people from all over the place. And, you can't keep disrespecting. That's my takeaway. You can't keep disrespecting the owners of the land, the people of the land. You go just disrespect them, because they are people. They matter. You have to look into them. You can buy the ADC could have bought tickets for local people, find people and sponsor them and do that. And I believe that's what the APC did, and that's how they won the election. But anyway, some people argue that say, it's not this one, no 2-day consequential like that, because it's not the federal elections. That can be true, that cannot be true, or it may not be true, but, time will tell. The elections are still very far away, and I believe everybody is looking forward to the primaries of the ADC, to know who they're going to field. And if Atiku becomes the front runner, what is Peter Obi going to do? What is Amechi going to do? What is El Rufai going to do? What is Tambuwa going to do? All that stuff makes the political period, it makes it very interesting, and me, I'm very excited for sure. Again, my preferred candidate, Peter Obi, I need to hide them. I want everybody to know, and you shouldn't be ashamed of whoever or hide who you support. All of us want a better Nigeria. If Tinubu they do well, all of us go enjoy. If Tinubu no they do well, and all of us go suffer them. If Peter Obi enter do well, all of us go enjoy them. If he no do well, all of us then go suffer them. But anyway, I appreciate you guys like always. Thank you guys for coming back to the Bia Palo podcast. And with that, we're going to call it a day, and peace until next time. Peace. Make I play music before I leave.